comedy gold. Okay.
But you can't say streaming.
Why
You just
not?
gotta like low-key throw it in there. Because now we're like on edge. We're like on like
We're not on edge.
I don't go with it.
the
I don't
jokes
give a
don't
fuck.
roll out.
Well, yeah, but I don't want it to be canceled.
Oh, look, there's Jonathan.
None of the jokes that we said just recently would have gotten you canceled.
True.
But last time,
Last time might have.
I don't remember what was said
I don't
last time.
remember
It's
either.
just like a really good guess.
There's probably some slurs. Anyway,
Casually.
casual
I
slurs.
know on the other one.
Somebody may have deserved it.
The word
naming names.
poser was thrown out.
Yeah. Bigger bullies has a lot of slurs.
Bigger Bullies isn't streamed.
Anywho.
It's like left and right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Page
fantasy
got torn
stuff.
out. Sorry, guys. My notes are everywhere.
No, you're good. I mean, it's been a while. It's been like, what, 2 weeks? Ish.
Long enough to have no memory.
All I remember is that I was staging a heist.
And yes, you were last time in our characters, where our
Putting together a
characters
team.
finally made their way up to the sky level, the sky district, the skyway, and they arrived at the Zur Gallery in order to find some sort of object, a thing, for Valkyrie. As the party entered the exhibit, some dressed up, some not, some acting as kind of bodyguards, others acting as themselves. Our party split up to enjoy the event, looking for this said contracted person and this so-called item. These are not like. As we all enter the exhibit, we are all memorized by the various paintings amongst the exhibit, examining them all in detail.
Mesmerized, not memorized.
Memorized
Mesmer?
for some and mesmerized for others. As we walk through the exhibit and enjoying the various art, Valkyrie locks eyes with a single crown on display. And a lady named Miss Camelot tells us that it's the crown of Gallifrey, telling us about how priceless it is, and in order to get to it, you would have to be some kind of magical savant in order to get through its basically shield that it has up. So, like any group of individuals, we come up with a plan to break into the exhibit later at night to acquire said item, crown. And instead of spending 75 gold to travel the skyway back down, we decide to just jump to Timmy's, and it worked for some.
For some.
Well, it worked. It actually
Dang
worked.
it.
Some more harm than others.
And so our characters arrived at Timmy's, waiting to meet Miss Camelot in order to maybe potentially go on with a heist, as well as go on with Mamar's idea of a heist and some of his friendly people he may know. That's where our characters left off.
Amelot, by the way.
I know it's Amelot. I saw Amelot, and I'm like, that's not exciting.
When he said Camelot, I'm like, yo, you are so off. Don't sound good.
I saw Amelot, and I was like, that's way too like Camelot.
You know what? Kind of has a point.
What are these two characters' names? 1 second. Oh, we're just gonna call them Bert and Ernie for now.
Hot damn.
Who the fuck did we name Bert and Ernie?
The two guys on the
No,
dock
they're-
who do nothing
yeah.
but fucking just sit there and just fish and have no contact with the
In
fort.
the other
It's like-
campaign, you
They're
don't know
actually
them.
supposed to have a dichotomy of like Bert and Ernie, so I'm like,
And like the head lady there at the fort is Lola something or other. And we're like, no, that's way too formal. We're gonna call her Lola Casey Starr with 2 R's because she's a porn actress. And Stormer's just like,
she's
Fine.
the EXO of the fort.
fine, we're Lola Casey Starr, alright? That's it. We're done. We're moving on.
You guys keep track of the name, good.
Although the guy who was keeping track of the names lost his notes, so
He had one job.
One job.
Right. Here within the Brass Circle Tavern that you affectionately call Timmy's, you await for hopefully the individual known as Amelot to step through the doors. Is there anything anyone is doing in this time of waiting? The tavern itself is fairly busy. Ever since the introduction of actual alcohol to the establishment, it's kind of had this noticeable upswing in every time of day, and the nights, which were usually already busy, are just that much more packed.
The same was to get a place music because he's still like, I nearly fell to my fucking death. I nearly went kaput. So he's gonna play his instruments to just calm his nerve.
Alrighty.
I already started work on the expanding pole, if I recall correctly. Can I continue working on that?
And I think
Sure.
I am making contacting some personal contacts of mine to join on this heist.
Alright.
Oh.
For you, Mamar, that would be more leaving the Brass Circle Tavern and
Right.
heading towards the Barmar Block. You could still do that, just so you know. It's like you're stepping out the tavern for that.
Yes, I will do that. At least
Okay.
voicing out what my character's doing.
Alright, performance checks, Chris?
Sure. Performance check.
Here, buddy, a copper.
I'm Canadian.
Alright. Where's my performance? What? 9. $24.
Nice.
Alright, 24.
74.
The music has whatever effect you want to have on your mental state, but it's coming out quite elegantly, and you're starting to like have a small crowd build around you. It's starting with just some people that turned over in their seats at first, and then a few people that are kind of walking around stopped, and it's like a small crowd building.
He's gonna keep on playing.
Alrighty. Gonna keep on playing. Anything else for you?
Am I able to extra get some gold? Like for
Maybe.
performing?
Maybe. We'll see. You're still performing.
You start performing, it's like, hey, give me gold, huh?
Namos whistles and points to a hat down by his feet. Anyone else doing anything while you wait?
I'll possibly rob folks, I guess.
You want to possibly rob folks, or do you definitely
Passively.
want passively?
Passively.
Okay.
Rob
Roll
Stamos.
I have
Takes
telekinetic.
the hat.
Okay. Roll a
The fuck?
Which means if they are getting robbed, they would never go.
you know what? Roll a sleight of hand check with advantage, because as you start this and the crowd is kind of building around Thamos, you're seeing an opportunity present itself.
God damn it, I gave you advantage.
I could be making more
Can I roll an
money.
advantage into
You're
the
taking my-
distraction, technically.
Say again?
Can I roll an advantage into?
Yeah. I said roll with advantage.
Deimos
You
over
are
here making
taking
an
my
honest-
money.
He's making an
You
honest living.
bastard.
He's making an honest living while Storm over
I
here.
am.
Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna take my own.
19? Okay. Yeah, over the course of a few minutes, you're trying not to be like overt and like pick everyone's pockets and cause a huge stir. You're like picking out a few people, and someone that's maybe a little bit drunker is just almost like someone with like a Lucy from Edge Runners, just it's out.
I'm just imagining a fucking orc doing this. Just the orc barbarian.
You get 3
Yeah,
gold from it. It's not a whole lot, but these are just bar goers.
Curious.
It's a decent, probably pays for your night. A good night. So
I don't
3
need it,
extra
but I
gold.
will do it.
If that's all for everyone.
I'm curious, how much does Thamos get?
He's still playing in the
Okay,
moment, but
okay.
soon.
Yep.
Let's keep in mind of this, gentlemen, how the system works in this world.
In the meantime, while you're working on expandable rod feathers, assume are you just working at like one of the open tables at a
Yeah, I feel like I've picked out a corner table to like, and I may have pushed somebody out of the way a little bit and just like to get to it before they did, and just like set up a whole shop there and just started working on it with some people right here that I've completely forgotten about, but it's right here.
yeah,
Um,
you've
Like
you
a
very
class.
briefly as some people are like kind of moving away from the music who want a kind of a quieter night as they're about to sit down. They're like, you sit down at one of these further end. There's there's no corners in the circular bar, but you
Fidels,
settle down and set everything out. And begin
Fidels, if I
working.
can be of assistance, I will happily
Of course, Texas here.
render what I can do.
Quickly hand
I will shove up like a 2-foot section of metal bit and start until you start welding it on this.
Okay, do you want the overlapping or single thread?
Whatever's stronger.
It's like braze soldering pieces
Do
together.
you have any tool proficiencies, Axonar? Okay.
Actually, wait, tools? None.
Yeah, no tool. Okay. And unless you have a creative solution, you just kind of have to hold it.
Well, damn it. Why are you
Yeah, you're just left holding it, and Feathers
Where is the servant that does this?
it's running off in his own mind. It's not that long after you guys have kind of fallen into a rhythm of Feathers doing a lot of work, and you're trying to like ask what he needs help with, and he just pawns off some.
If you give me here's what happens. When you give me a generalized question of can I help, I will tell you to do something and go away. If you ask me how something works, I will give you an entire monologue on how exactly this is happening.
We were back.
So which one do you want?
It's not that long.
Either or.
Till an elven male approaches your table and sets a hand down to try and like get your attention away from the machine that you're working on, the magical item that you're working on. A good day.
Well, howdy there.
Pardon me, what are you working on?
Well, I'm looking at a pole that might be able to expand to help out, like on a certain. I'm trying to do a thing here, but I'm working on a pole that I can expand, so hopefully it'll help people climb it. Because these people keep falling off of shit, and I don't like it.
Yeah, did we take a long rest?
Interesting. Are you gonna say something, Zaphael?
Did we take a long rest?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's the evening now, so you're close, but not yet. The elven male. Interesting. You have a habit of falling off things, so does you're making something to alleviate that? Catch yourselves?
I mean, they do. I'm fine. I can climb on pretty much anything, but they don't like it here. I don't know why. It's better views up high. I don't get it.
My back.
My leg.
That's interesting. It really is.
What's her name again?
Hmm?
What's her name again?
Oh, mine. Actually, another quick question. Where were you earlier today?
Was up top. Why?
Just wondering. The individual is going to move to take one of the available seats.
I will not be stopping him.
Okay.
And I will, like, glance at the rest of our group, who's, I assume, a table or two down. At least the ones that aren't playing music right now. And see if I can grab their attention at all.
You got a few distracted party members. Mar is close by, so that's Bellow Dash and Ermine. So it's just Ermine who can look over.
I mean, I'm there, but I'm
Yeah,
still
you
probably
are there.
focused on like what does he want me to do at
Mars
these.
close by, Axarn
I mean,
close by.
Ermine really ain't a bad option to have when entering any negotiations. So I will happily take Ermine's attention.
You also have a if you also have a charisma guy right here, who's
We are both
racking all
relatively high
3 of his
charisma.
brain cells, trying to figure out how to weld 2 pieces of metal
Hey.
together without any tools.
Oh, you got this.
There are tools on the table. You just don't know what they are.
Ermine, do you do you have any?
You see, as I'm working feverishly in the corner, there's somebody who has walked up to my table and sat down, and I'm glancing in your direction.
Oh, look at you.
All right, fuck it.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're like, someone's come over to my table, and I'm like, okay, great, cool. What's the gender of the individual?
It's a male, an elven male that's like asked a few questions and is now sitting down or like moving to sit down at the table.
How many tables am I away?
Affectionately called Timmy's, is not too big of establishment, so you're like probably closer to the center, 2 tables away from the outer edge.
Can I hear what they'd be talking about?
You might have to move a little bit closer. What's your passive?
Not Saren's.
15.
15. Probably have to move like just a table over. You're probably not gonna have to.
I'll move a table over.
Just
So I'll get up, look at him, and then sit down.
All right.
And like, be like, any other information you want? I mean, like, I'll basically try and listen in on the conversation, and I'll be, if it gets aggressive, I'll do something. But as of right now, I don't really care. I'm like, okay, great, man. You let someone sit with you. That's. Oh, you want?
as the Sarah, almost said Saren, as
Ermine.
Ermine thing. Ermine moves around, sits down. Elven male sits, and there's like a brief moment where their kind of head is down, and as they lift up, you can see a faint shimmer crosses over their expression, their face, and you can see it switches over to the more familiar expression of that of Amelot, who you had met.
What was this man's name?
The man never gave a name,
I asked him what his name was.
and he didn't answer.
Fuck.
Excuse me.
But expression shifts over to that of Amelot, woman that you had met in Skyway earlier today. Hair now like this jet black, but it's slowly shifting in hue. Kind of folds her fingers together and looks to you. So you have habit of falling.
Well, I mean, we did a test jump earlier today. Worked out mostly alright.
Gives a look over to Mamar. I see. Well, most that do jump from Skyway don't drink at a middle tavern bar, so I should count that as a blessing of some kind.
Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not really from around here, but I mean, I've made my home here for a while.
That's good. That's good. So, were you
My nose,
serious
girl.
about
Do I notice the change in face? And the person who sat down was a male. The person there now is a female. Do I notice these differences or no?
What you're noticing is back at the back of the head, the hair color is shifting, and you're probably starting to notice like the hands that look masculine as I grabbed the chair and moved it are now kind of shifting to feminine.
Did it shift in a way that seemed magical, or shift in a
Arcana.
way that's okay? So it seemed magical. Shifting.
Overall
Okay.
Arcana. Yeah.
Oh,
So
roll
roll
Arcana.
Do I see Valkyrie at all?
Yeah, I'm with
20.
y'all.
You're with me right now?
22.
We're all at the table, are we not? Or was just
No, like I grabbed a table by myself over in the corner.
No.
Oh
I mean, Actionar's there's with you.
Yeah,
By the way.
Axel's over here. But I mean,
No.
are you? Do I see Valkyrie at all?
place crowded.
20 total.
Yeah, fairly crowded. 20 total, got it. It's fairly crowded, but on the opposite end where this conversation is taking place, it's less crowded because Thamos has kind of pulled the crowd closer to him.
Yes, someone outside is playing the recorder.
The
Hot
record.
cross buns.
Yes.
Okay.
Then, I mean, maybe Val could become like walking around at this point.
If she's in sight, I'm gonna send a message with the spell message
Okay.
for her.
Just
to
know
get
that
over
you
here.
do whisper during the course
Yeah.
of message. Okay.
Well, I don't have to whisper, do I?
Believe you have to vocalize in the spell message.
Well, I'm not really trying to hide it. I'm just gonna point at Valkyrie and say, "Get over here."
You do whisper, so yeah, it is a point and whisper words. And the other person will hear it clearly.
Can she respond?
Yes, the target hears a message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Where exactly is here? As she's looking around the room and like up.
What's your passive?
16.
Thankfully, you do notice. It's less like too busy. It's kind of you're noticing someone is pointing and looking at you in the course of the spellcast, so you're able to pick that out.
Valkyrie makes her way over.
Oh, bonjour, Valkyrie. Have a seat,
Well-
please.
I am certainly serious about it, but I'm not really the primary beneficiary. So I need to confer with my compatriot.
I watch this one kind of pans over to presumably look at the person that you had pointed and casted towards. And you would be the primary beneficiary.
Yes. I guess
Interesting.
that would make me so.
Do you work for someone?
Does ourselves count?
It would be odd if it was yourselves, but it does count.
Like somebody like. How do you mean?
She means like one of the houses. Are we a pawn of somebody?
is a
And the
strong
answer
word.
is no.
Interesting. You work for nobody.
I work for nobody.
Kind of watch as Amlot scans over the four present, not noticing her mind behind her. Scans over the four present. It's just trying to like piece together what they can, noticing dragon-marked individual, someone wearing a still well put together police peacekeeping attire from the former nation sire, and of course Valkyrie. Eventually she kind of gives a few nods. certainly would be a strange gathering of individuals in any other case. Well, if you're serious about working, I just want to know who I'd be working with my extension. For example, by extension, you'd be working with myself and a group that goes by the name of the Tyrants. Are you
Oh.
familiar?
Yeah, we met them. What was it, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
That's so.
Oh, yeah.
Irons is who I talked with, right?
I don't believe anyone actually spoke with members of the Tyrants.
We met
No.
with the Vistani. The Tyrants were information brokers. That we were one of our. That's right.
Not spoken to a Tyrant yet.
Right. In that case, I'll say, no, mate. We're familiar with them. We actually have been meaning to talk to them at some point.
How fortuitous, then. What did you mean to speak with the Tyrants about?
Well, I mean, they're information brokers, right?
Yes, we
They
are.
want information.
This is a splendid meeting, then. We're going to count for 2 pieces of business in one.
I'm going to infer then that she is one of the Tyrants. Do I think she's one of the Tyrants?
Roll an Arcana check as
An
or
Arcana
history.
check.
History or
Ooh.
Arcana?
Ooh, history or Arcana? Well, I have proficiency in both of those, so that's fortuitous. Holy shit, 25.
Okay.
And take whichever one you would rather have.
All right.
They're exactly the same.
Then both you and Ermine come to similar levels of understanding despite not speaking to each other around the same time. You had heard the Tyrants are primarily shifters, individuals that change their appearance. And seeing as how this individual's had a very gradual and slow transformation, not akin to a spell, which would be much faster and in the moment. You can both infer at different times that you're speaking with a shifter, which makes it all the more likely that they are a member of the Tyrants.
Okay, I have to look at my notes and try to figure out what we're going to ask about. Well, actually, first, before we get into that secondary business, what do you want the crown for, out of curiosity?
I don't seek the crown.
Okay.
I seek a specific piece of artwork within the gallery.
Alright.
It is a part of an arrangement. If you wish the crown, then it can certainly be yours.
That's our current plan. Yeah.
What do you want the crown for? That is quite high profile.
Well, to be honest, if I may be honest, we're not entirely sure.
Interesting.
In her head.
Don't know why you want Crown of Galifar. Could it be because it's probably one of the most expensive relics in Eberron?
I don't know, it's on the price.
Interesting.
You are familiar with this crown, though?
Of course I am.
Could you elaborate more on what this crown exactly is?
Do you wish for a history lesson.
For something you
Oh,
put this deal.
Well, not if it's gonna cost us anything. We can look that up in the library. But you know, if you're offering,
Yeah, especially if it makes Valkyrie happy.
It's ancient relic from before the time of the Kingdom of Galifar. I'm not quite sure how exactly it came to be, but to my recollection, I believe it was made by elves originally, some long time ago. Somehow, Galifar line had acquired it around the time of founding and decided to make it part of their crown. And it's been that way for thousands of years. Slowly adding to it and refining it. Yes, Hermine?
Would I be familiar with the crown at all, being a soldier from Sire?
You can roll a history check with advantage, I'll say. That was fast.
No. Ignore.
No? All right.
9.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, you know the crown's important, but the exact history of it, especially looking back to like the foundation of the Kingdom of Galifar. I mean, you weren't even alive during the Kingdom of Galifar.
Yeah.
I was on a different continent.
Also, do you mean changelings?
Yes. Sorry, I did mean change
That just dawned on me, because I'm like, wait a minute, how long do shifters live? And I'm like, wait a minute, he said shifters earlier. I don't think he meant shifters.
Yeah, I didn't mean shifters. I meant changelings. Shape shifting is where my mind was going, and then obviously thought.
Honestly, the names are dumb. Why am I a shifter?
Can you shift?
Yes. That you can
Every
assume
day
the
I'm
person is a
shifting.
not shifter, they are a changeling. Individuals capable of changing their appearance pretty fast, pretty much on the whim.
So is this crown, does it have any kind of like special properties or that you're aware of, or?
I suppose you'll have to just figure that out when you get it. Maybe it does. It hails back to the time of First Kingdom. It might. Same time. Might not. But it is old. That much is certain.
Alright, so if I'm reading between the lines correctly here, if I'm looking, I will just make a quick glance around to make sure nobody's listening too intently with my
Okay.
terrible perception.
Go ahead. But
I
if you're
I
doing it
assume it's
actively,
perception.
you can roll perception.
11.
You say this and now turn your head up and look, having not like been keeping a constant eye to see if over time someone has grown more interested. It's just kind of a quick look. Doesn't seem like anyone's listening, and it goes right back down.
So if I'm reading between the lines correctly, you will offer some sort of assistance in this endeavor. You will retrieve both items, one for you, one for us.
I'm trying to make away with 3 items specifically.
3.
I don't wish to go in with a full reservoir and leave with only half. I can dispel 3 times. I wish to dispel 3 times. Take 3 items.
Alright. Will there be anybody else joining us?
It would just be me.
Alright.
And if the Intent and goal is just to take. Easy enough.
That's the intended goal at the moment.
Would you be able to help us in any way with that bubble thing that goes around in the crown?
That's exactly what she's offering, yeah.
That would be what I'm offering, yes.
Oh,
I can dispel magic and I can provide one of you the means of aiding me as well.
Okay, I was unaware because you mentioned like 3 items that you wanted, and then you said I can dispel 3 times. So I was like, well, maybe if she wants 3 items, that's, you know. So okay, that makes more sense now.
Indeed, the spells need to be casted near simultaneously in order to drop the barrier and alarm.
You say you can provide the means for one of us to assist you?
Correct.
Who's our
How many
best
times?
spellcaster?
How many times would that be? That'd be, I assume, the same 3 times.
Sorry, say again?
I assume that would be the same 3 times, not just like a one-time thing.
Yes, ideally, the same person 3 times. You could, I suppose, change it. The tool I'll be giving you is 3 of the same tool. When used, will dissipate into nothing.
Right. Well, I think that sounds pretty good.
What exactly are you looking for up there? You mentioned 3 items.
What was it? Yeah, painting is one of the ones.
Paintings. What paintings were you looking at taking? No, we
I'm
saw the
looking-
exhibit, so.
I'm looking for a specific one called the Elysian Fields.
Wasn't
The
that one of the ones
tyrants
we were
have
looking
need
at?
for it. It was one of the ones you were looking at, the one of Golden Hills.
I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure Ermine was looking at that one.
If you had looked around, you might have seen it as well. The exhibit wasn't super big, so that you might have actually missed a painting unless you were not actually looking.
Well, Emil, as much as we'd like to help you, do you have any kind of form of identification regarding you being part of the tyrants?
Wow, that's
No.
upfront. Okay.
No.
Predominantly, such things have had to be faded away. Tokens, mementos. We pride ourselves on not being able to be detected. Should we need to disguise ourselves and carrying a type of honorific or badge of honor on yourself, identifying you goes contrary.
Okay.
Is there anything else you think we need to know about?
The only thing truly left would be ensuring we avoid the guards during the night.
All right,
Absolutely.
Chris, out of character. We went over this. Could I afford to bribe the guards to be out of the way?
It's one thing to bribe a guard, it's one thing to tell a guard, hey, you didn't see us. It's one thing to be like, hey, don't be here tonight. Another thing to be, you didn't see us.
There are
We did
2
go over
ways.
this out of character at some point, though.
I am
Yeah,
saying that out of character too. Letting you know that.
It was gone over out of character. To your knowledge, and kind of as it was discussed, I believe the money, it could be about 50 gold or so per guard, and it could depending on the day, you're basically trying to hire out the guards in Azure, the district. So it could be 500, 750 to push them out of the district, and done either via your own underground contacts or through the Boromar clan. That way there's still this level of separation, so you don't have to worry like going up to each guard that you didn't see us here and then worrying about that falling back on you. This would be done through channels, and that 50
Right.
gold per guard is probably a little bit, but it's kickback to the people who
Right.
are relaying
So-
this.
I mean, what I'll say is like, we had all right. So in terms of that, we have some channels that we can use to make sure they're out of the way, but we might need some assistance in capital.
Well, my idea was to simply sneak by and in disguise. If you wish to expend money to make money, that is your prerogative, not mine.
Disguise? Not all of us are capable of shifting.
Indeed.
I certainly know I cannot. Fidesz, I don't think I can weld this thing together. You've given me no tools.
What was that?
I do not know
Oh.
how to weld this thing together.
I genuinely have just completely forgotten about you. Axonar, the tools are right in front of you. Oh, alright. Forget about it for now. We'll worry about it later.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
If you want, you can simply say that you want to make a charisma check or any type of those charisma checks at any point for Axonar. Or
Oh,
anyone that's
okay.
a charisma-based character.
Yes.
Sort of. I was just saying, because
I'm-
you've been here, you've just been listening, so when you want to make a charisma check, you can just say what you kind of want to do. The other part of the roleplay is like, you can either logically convince them or you can try a charisma check it out. Kind of like a...
I haven't felt like I need to make any rolls for this.
Oh no, with Axonar's perception, he was pretty much like focused on, I need to weld this, what the fuck?
Completely oblivious
Axar
to
looks
the
up.
black market
Where'd the elf
conversation
go?
Going on 2 feet to his left. Does he just recognize the person in front of him right now?
I mean, the elven dude? I don't think I ever met this elven dude before.
That answers your question.
But I did not even know we had the guests.
As a note, it's now Amelot there, which was the human woman that had spoken to everyone in Azure.
Madam Camelot.
In the art gallery?
Yeah, the male was a disguise. Maybe Amelot's a disguise. You can never really know with changelings.
Out of the way.
Do I recognize that she's a changeling at all? Or would I know what a changeling even is?
Yeah, for you, roll an Arcana check.
Whoa!
I would.
This is gonna be bad.
You would. Mar doesn't. You don't need to roll because you actually already have an intimate familiarity with the tyrants.
I do.
Oh, Lamar does?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I worked at a heist with one.
I do not. I'm assuming a 3 gives me nothing, so.
Yeah, it looked like spellcraft, but a part of you is telling you it's distinctly natural, like a chameleon almost. And other than that, this is
He knows what a chameleon is?
imagine.
I'd hope.
Maybe.
I'd hope.
You see, a chameleon is this tiny little.
You
I'm
need to use a
joking.
picture book for this one, Axonar.
Yeah.
Oh, good, I got tons of those.
Am I able to hear any of this, or wait?
Unfortunately, no. You are the source of a distraction and a source of music on the other side of the tavern. There's no roll you could make to still pick this out.
As long as I'm keeping people at work, keeping people's eyes on me and not the whole talk, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's
better,
kind of
honestly.
like it has drawn a lot of people in, and unbeknownst to you, because you're probably enveloped in the music, one of your compatriots is certainly making the most out of his time as he a few pieces of silver out from pockets telekinetically.
I would like to see some sort of investment on your part prior. Just because we don't know you, we're more at risk. Right, well, because you're also getting 2 items, we're getting 1. It may be expensive, but we're...
Didn't say that the last item had to be mine.
What?
of discussion. It's a point of, shall we say, part of the plan that needs to be ironed out. What to do with this last item?
What is the last item?
Whatever we want from the gallery. Start
Alright.
painting, catch your eye.
Okay, hold on.
We'll
I gotta
keep
look
that
back
in
at
mind.
pictures real quick. Pictures.
Was there one that caught any of our eyes?
Probably.
Is my eye at all?
I mean, I think Easters have a painting that colorized. When it
Yeah,
was, I do not
it's your own
remember.
artistic choice. Some people
Uh,
liked the scenes of battle or the abstract.
I thought you were getting that last item. Are we getting that last item?
If it's you wish to see some sort of investment from me,
Well,
despite the fact that I'm making this.
nah.
possible
Really, I
with
wanted to
the-
see. I wanted to see an even benefit is what I was aiming at. That's what I was aiming at. But if we're getting the last item, then it's uneven in our favor, and I'm not sure I care as much about that.
Well, before we go too far into that, Miss Emelot, do you have means of getting into the exhibit?
You're already within the exhibit.
I do have
What?
means of getting into the exhibit.
Oh, okay. What?
Actually,
I'm
more
not-
accurately, where and when shall we meet you?
Just meet me. There's a bench nearby. The Azure Gallery, just out of sight, somewhat to the left when you're facing the building. No need to be clandestine about this.
Fair enough. I think I do want confirmation on who's getting that last item, though.
Indeed.
Since we have more people, I think it'd be more fair if we got it.
Mm. Roll a persuasion check.
Can I have Axonar roll the persuasion check?
Sure.
Sure. Axonar's game. Axonar, you sense that the debate is kind of moving tipping point, and you
More
start
to the
to
diplomatic, less to the. Okay, let me pull up my D&D Beyond. There it goes.
Did you guide yourself?
I can't guide myself. I don't have guidance. Let me just look at. Look, I can. Uh, 12.
12 total.
Just the extra time it took for that was reading what Favored by the Gods did. I can't use it on a check. I have to use it only on a saving throw.
Right. In that case, unfortunately, you're trying to construct an argument and you're just reaching a stone wall, and she's being pretty adamant. Being her plan, this initial one, and providing the spellcasting components to even acquire this, she would be deserving the final piece.
Well, I mean, we are getting, but the one thing we want. I mean.
All right, fair.
Should we discuss with her regarding the open window in the locked room to the east?
Well, I'll make sure the guards are out of the way, and we can deal with that when we get to it.
Yeah,
have
there
a
could
plan
be an
there, it's not-
glance
it's
on
not a
that.
big
I tell
problem.
you.
Okay.
Although, since you are getting the last item, I would like some information when the deal is done.
The deal is done. How about as your sign of trust, we just go through the information now?
Well, okay, hold on. I don't know the information. I don't maybe want
Can I roll an insight check on this
That's why I said
conversation?
later.
Sure.
Her being truthful or not?
Sure. You've been listening for a while now, and you're starting to maybe see some tells.
Fuck. Never mind. It's a 9.
Yeah. Fortunately,
would I be there?
that you'd still be there.
Yeah, I would want to do insight on this check.
Okay,
On this,
you as well.
Situation.
Gotta Mar, you and Valkyrie kind of try to suss out this individual.
As I listen closely with pain of my joints.
Oh, I know what I could ask.
It's not bad. What is it? 16.
16. There is definitely a veneer of confidence. They're trying to present themselves as much more elusive and in control of the situation, but you can kind of tell just the way they're pushing for some things. There's a hint of desperation, almost like they probably need this job to go off more than they're letting on.
If anything, they want to make this job successful as much as possible, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it like you could kind of sense when during the discussion that they're making it seem like they'll just find someone else.
It's like we could always find someone to
in.
replace you, or we have no
And
like.
yeah, you're very much
right?
getting the idea that that's just more of a
It's like we're
front.
doing you guys a favor here. In reality, we need this. Gotcha.
Well, I thought of the question we could ask.
Go ahead.
Where can we find Leander Aguilar?
Yeah, there's one of the patrons of the Azure Gallery. It's likely you must have seen him if you walked
did.
that horse.
We did, but we're aiming to have a more private conversation with him.
I see. Well, unfortunately, privacy is a kind of a strange thing with Leander. I've been staking out the Azure Gallery for quite some time now. I've never seen Leander leave, though. Never walks out the doors. He seems to remain on premises on site. He is there in the morning as soon as I can arrive without being too noticeable, and he's there pretty much till closing. I haven't outright followed him, but at a certain point he just goes away.
Hey, Chris,
Yes.
listening in on this conversation, because I haven't heard it yet. Are they wanting to claim the bounty for killing the one guy?
No.
Okay.
From the tyrant, they don't really deal in killing, so got no interest in claiming the bounty.
Okay. That is who they were talking about, correct?
That was who they were talking about.
Got it.
He's clearly knows him and has like kept kind of a tab on him because he's a figure around the Azure Gallery. But hasn't tried this.
And he's a hot topic for information right now. All right. Maybe we'll run into him.
Maybe.
What is this? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. Your compatriots seem like they need some rest.
Well, if we want to make that jump again, we need to get some rest. Yeah. I don't know if you're planning on making the jump with us, but
I have my own ways.
fair enough.
Tomorrow
Anyways.
night before midnight, the bench.
We'll be there.
And without further pause, you see the individual kind of holds their head down for a moment and pivots out from the bench. Pay attention to them any moment longer. It's that elven male presentation again as they drift out of the bar.
At some point during the night, I'd like to acquire all of the party.
Easy enough to do, but first Thamos. Following a successful impromptu concert, individuals kind of throw a few tips your way, collections of silvers and a piece of copper and the like. It's not, no one's like throwing their whole bank account at you, but you in general,
no throwing of undergarments.
unfortunately, a rose was thrown, but it's kind of wilted. Otherwise, it is 11 pieces of silver total.
Damn, I'm pretty good haul.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least a couple meals, man.
It's an honest
Right.
thing.
I would take the gold, the swords, and put them and just put line it in my coin purse.
Yep.
And then gives like a bow, kind of thank you.
And there's like a quick like applauding. You can hear two spatulas hitting themselves from behind the bar where Tim is kind of before going back to work.
Maybe back in your wake, right? Bucky?
Oh,
You're awake, right?
yes.
Okay.
Just fucking calm down.
Anyone should be falling
Oh,
asleep. It's me.
bullshit.
I
Would I?
I was timed out in my past. I get those sometimes.
During the whole performance, Chris, would I at least have seen them talking, the group?
Yeah,
or,
yeah. You would have like kind of glanced up and seen them and gone back to it, knowing to make comments about it later, but not
Did I make the
couldn't
right
overhear
choices?
anything.
Yeah, so after I play, I would go rejoin the others. You go, no? How did the talk go?
Maybe I should have went to that high school dance.
Rack ass. Ah, fuck, sorry.
Mamar's going through it. All right.
I have a mouthful of chocolate in my mouth. That's all I'm. Right, so we're doing this thing tomorrow night at midnight. We'll have a person, and she'll have an item that will let us cast as well. I assume Axonar, you're probably the best for that.
I will.
Let me come in with that and say I will also have a compatriot that will be joining us that is very good at sorcery and such as well.
Nice backup. Second thing, I personally don't want to risk getting chased by the guards out of the city.
That would be a good thing.
So we might want to be able to arrange for the guards to be out of the way.
Makes sense.
Maybe.
Mamar, you have some contacts for that, or
Yeah, I could probably see if I can pull some strings to that.
no need to get yourself in trouble. I have the capital for it. I just need to know how much.
Okay. As in for bribing the guards or having contacts to bribe the guards?
Yeah, I just need to make sure it gets to them. That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns that we might have? And may feel like we don't want to do the jump again.
I mean,
Well,
If
Third
we
time's
come
the
up with a
charm.
better way
Oh, they
of
jump.
Also,
descending, it'd be nice.
there's high possibility that's going to be dark
Yeah.
No.
for the people that aren't able to see.
I can make
Did he
items so they can see around themselves.
Question. Two.
Yep.
Well, this is for Chris. Like, this is totally out of character. Like, well, could I try to get, like, is this a thing where, like, I could have a built-in something into my eye where I can, like, have dark vision? Is
So you're
that, like,
asking like,
some-
you receive some cyberpunk level modification?
well, it's just like if I see anything like that? Is that like a thing? Is that
Tonight.
is that like a thing in the cogs? Maybe that I could have saw that. Or-
Probably in the cogs. You went to someone that kind of more specialized in weaponry.
Right, more than
Um,
actual like.
You could find a magic item shop, either a high-end magic item shop that might still cater to Warforged, or search the cogs and try to find, just because it's relevant, the equivalent of a Ripper Dock.
It's just a light on the forehead.
What you want?
Chris, didn't I give somebody some goggles of night?
Someone?
The
No.
what?
Or you sold it.
No, I didn't.
Not that
sell
I'm
them, I
familiar
made
with.
it.
The what?
Yeah,
I
I-
made them like the last.
You gave me a
Goggles of night,
wand
like
of
night
war
vision.
mage.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all I
an
got.
item found. The last time I leveled up, I think I made a goggle of
I
night.
don't. You may have made it. I don't believe you gave it to Annie.
Oh.
Really quickly, everyone, just so we all know.
Oh yeah,
Who
they're still
has
in my-
night
they're still in
vision?
they're still in my inventory.
I have.
Who has night vision?
Not me.
I have
So,
means about
Lamar,
it.
Lamar, funny thing about that. And I pull out the goggles of night.
I do.
I was like, Anthony, is purple yes or is purple no?
Yes.
Purple is
That
saying
sounded a
yes.
little bit like a Prince lyric, but I will take it for now.
Purple rain.
Right. So I have
Purple,
these,
yes.
and I can
Sure,
make
purple no.
glowing objects so you can see around themselves if you don't have these.
So
Yeah,
these,
'cause you know
are,
the
But
glowing
I only
rocks,
have
right?
one of these.
so these are goggles that I can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah, anyway.
by the way, have we all
Pretty-
collected up and the person left now?
Yeah.
Double
Person's
check.
left.
Okay.
Um,
I just want to double check.
Someone woke.
Um,
So
Dash up.
if you cover one of the goggle lenses, will Docent see in the dark or no?
You're asleep. We haven't woken you up yet.
Uh,
You didn't hear this conversation. You-
That's a
Just
great
do this.
question, though.
but it's a great
well,
question.
just to explain, reasoning, I don't think it quite makes sense for Mama to have them compared to Axana. If Axana also does not have the ability to see,
I
as
cannot see
Mima
in the
is,
dark. No.
Mima is melee,
Oh,
while Axana is ranged. With
Ax-
that differential, the range would be better to have the ability to see, as the melee could just.
I'm not in the mood to argue. Just give it to him.
Actually, in addition to that, he needs to be able to see a
Just light a
cast.
fire.
I do.
Light a fire.
That's
Also,
more of the points.
Organic lives matter.
Organic lives matter. Fuck you.
Sorry.
Wow.
We don't
And,
serve your
uh,
kind round here.
Yeah,
Wow, this is getting bad.
For future reference, you depending on how the blade on your arm is connected to you, it could be considered an object. If it is possible for us to make it brighter. Therefore, you would not need to be able to see in the dark.
Right.
Right talk.
Good talk.
Just
Really,
But yeah, get the goggle stacks and all.
Right. Yeah,
Chris,
right. So
question.
we're all caught up. Any questions, concerns, comments once again?
Nope.
just a quick question.
All right.
Chris.
So let me. I will.
Answer quickly.
If you put something in a tube and cast light on that little thing in the tube, do you essentially just have a flashlight
Or like
Yes.
a
and
lantern.
a directional flashlight?
Yep.
Alright.
Same logic like a hooded lantern.
I can make rocks glow
My
slightly.
eye.
Yeah, just tape a hood, tape a tube to the top of Mamar's head.
It looked crazy.
Cast light on Dozen.
Fucking Docent and I are blind.
Actually, wait, that's also does Docent see out of one eye and then Mamar see out of the other eye? And does that mean he just doesn't really have depth perception?
Docent is a part of Mamar, so he is one of the eyes, but Mars still sees out of both eyes.
So think of it as like he's a computer, but he can still see functionally through both eyes, and he's just kind of part. Think of it as like a weird like system, like he has wires throughout me, but I have more control.
Dozen is the
subprogram.
backup OS.
Pretty
of
much.
Mamar.
Pretty much.
Mamar is the OS that you forgot to update for a while.
For a while.
There's no updates for him.
I think we're set.
It's unsupported OS.
That's right.
Myself.
Lamar.
Hmm.
TMD delete system 32.
fucking face plant onto the fucking bar.
Roll new character. It's not over.
Fucking killed me.
Mamar,
son of a
Mamar
bitch.
goes to the
Government
Mamar goes to the cogs, downloads more RAM.
He's one of those
Give me them red
government
sticks.
Windows XP computers we're still using.
All right. If anyone has anything else they want to do, let me know now.
No.
It's nighttime.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to go to the establishment.
Balromar Block.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna go get your robot whistle wet.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
I'm here for business.
You know,
That's what they all say.
yeah, just because I'm here, while I'm at the bar,
And this is how we introduce Sam's character.
God.
Another robot. Vikings robot
We're not
girlfriend. Let's
introducing
go.
her like that.
No, it's
I
Hey,
kill off
hey,
my
what's
character.
wrong with sex worker?
No,
Wedding.
Don't badmouth sex workers.
I'm not
Sex
saying
workers
anything
don't work.
about sex workers.
I-
I'm introducing her
Yeah,
like that.
you know, I
there's
haven't
no winning.
I want you.
There's no
I want
winning.
you willing to bar me for a bit. Is there any? If we're all going to bed, is there any woman or man am I able to take to bed?
What about squirrel?
Yes. Yes, there is. I'll say at this point, it's your choice. No one exceptional has like stood out to you, but you do have like a few fans in the audience now that you can just kind of chat up a little bit more and make something out of, if you
Yeah.
dared.
Underground war.
I dare. I'm gonna roll like odds. It's a guy. Evens. It's a girl.
Go for it.
It's a one. It's a guy.
That's a man.
You find
Yep.
a nice farmer man from out of town who's just kind of visiting for a few days selling some produce, and you hit it off well. Anything else from that I can't say on stream. Anyways, to the Barmar block.
Damn.
I'm a farmer.
Farmer boy.
So honored. Anyone else going to Barmar block, or is it just
High
Mamar?
altitude.
is Mamar going to need someone with charisma for this, or
No.
Mars says no. So
No.
Alright.
These,
Okay,
these
I
are my
will
type
go
of
to sleep.
people. I know how to speak with
I
them.
will go to sleep. I know
Does
when
he
I
need
am
muscle?
wanted.
need
I
muscle.
need muscle. I don't. Well. How chatty are you feeling?
Oh, I'm
This
out
will-
still.
What was that?
I'm out.
Like out of chatty.
I'm on the bar, just slobbering all over it.
Okay, never mind then. Muscles out.
Is he just like? Oh.
Yeah, he is.
I think
Enjoyed his night.
Mhm.
Watches Tim takes a small blanket and puts it over
Also,
him. So.
also broke.
I'm broke and taking a nap. Yeah, I guess I'll just take my
Yeah.
take my way.
For sake of brevity, you
I think we should drink.
venture down
there's
into the
actually-
Barmar
yeah.
block, and you start kind of exercising connections. Speak with people that can get you back in contact with Kane de Vere through some connections throughout there, and it kind of goes back and forth. Some relay messages. It takes a better part of a few hours as the messages take a little bit of time to transit to and from Rote to Sharn.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're told by De Vere that he's certainly interested in the proposal. Though, since you're not going to be able to pay
Right.
anyone, because by the sounds of it, you're not going to be taking anything back that needs like fencing, and that money can kind of be
I
spread out.
mean, if we're gonna take the crown, I wouldn't see why not to take a little bit of few stuff for the cash in.
You can try to take more, but you can only take 3 like of the protected art pieces, and
I would've
Amalot
updated,
has
yeah.
secured 2 of them already. So you only got the crown. You could try to take loose stuff, but at
Yeah.
that point, you're
Kind of.
not pushing it, but it's not like you could try to offset it. Basically, you kind of talk to the Vare about it.
You take the tip box.
Yeah, take the tip box. It's less like I'll give you this and that can finance the operation. It's more you're going to pay out of pocket and let you recoup any costs with anything you steal back.
Gotcha.
Mainly because it doesn't sound like you're going to steal anything substantial enough to kind of like recoup and make a lot of people happy.
Right.
You're told 800 gold is the final price from De Vere to short notice get every guard looking the opposite way in Azure.
And also give me an ally? Or is that like more of a outside thing for that?
Just
Just
yourself.
for the guards.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can't really. Yeah. It's too short notice. You do kind of inquire about your own allies that you know within the Bormark clan. You're not the only one, however, that had to hit ground when stuff started to happen in Sharn, and many of your allies are actually still within their own covers or their own areas.
Gotcha.
So you're the only one that's actually kind of near Sharn. The only exception would be Eve, but Eve is not a freelance hire.
Viking, you are aware that we have the magic covered. This would be a bonus, and we might be able to take an extra item if you do have another person come.
Right. I do know that contact that is going to be joining us, though. Or at least, if I can find them. While I'm there... Well, I will, okay. I will take the deal for the 800. So I'll pay that up front.
Okay, I will subtract that from my...
I believe Mamar can actually pay himself.
Yeah.
Damn. Where did you get that?
I'm broke.
He got it from one shot
Yeah, I got it from the one shot.
from bringing his character over. One shot.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
And now he's broke because that was most of the money.
Pretty much. So we better steal as much things as possible. Or at least succeed.
Okay, I mean, Mythos will cover your
And after, obviously,
alone, you know?
Doing this deal with Kane, I asked him, is there anyone within Sharn that he knows is still in Sharn? That might be willing to do this, because there's one character I have in mind that might be around.
Okay. 1 second. Kane basically informs you that he's going to quickly make some communications as well.
Hmm.
See if it'll be worth it.
Very nice.
In the meantime, you get like these few seconds to kind of look over the Baramar block. Less rowdy since your visit here. Your friends kind of made a good shake-up recently.
Hmm.
Kind of drew in a huge crowd, and now it's kind of entered a lull since then.
Oh, excuse me.
I see.
Otherwise, so 800 gold already, right?
Yeah, it's already
And
been
also
spent.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. So I have the guards look away.
Will I know who will be joining us in our crusade, or is that more of a on the day type deal?
You kind of express interest after a magical, an individual magical affinity,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to perhaps making more money out of this than originally anticipated.
Hmm.
So he's said, "Oh, I think I know who to contact," and he kind of cut comms and seems
Because
like he's probably reaching out to your more magically inclined
Yeah.
of
Hold
the
on, guys.
last
My
high
roommate is sheltered. Hold on.
Hmm.
So we'll get back to that in a moment because he's distracted. And
Yes.
couldn't tell. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll continue on when he's available. That's probably going to be the last thing, however, for your involvement at the Baramar block and with the plan itself.
Yeah.
You have arranged for the discussion, then already once the money is paid, some street rats are already sent out. People to start get the chain moving. Probably people to talk to people to eventually
Get those
get the money in the right
guards
hands.
to yeah. Sounds good.
And eventually, Kane does speak back to you, mentioning Elmraid, your compatriot that you were last in Sharn with, can provide a few additional casts of Dispel magic.
Mm-hmm.
But the only caveat in your mind now reads that this needs to be like simultaneous casts of the spell. It needs to be one after the other. Can't be one cast 6 seconds and then one cast.
Right.
So you might need to speak with Emerron on day of and pray she maybe brings backups of those magical items.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can only cast 3 times and it's a 3rd level spell. So technically no one else here should be able to cast Dispel magic.
But I already updated Mamar, I thought, on the situation. Or is he not there?
He,
Talking about at the bar.
Yeah, I thought I updated you at the bar about we have 6 casts, 3 simultaneous casts already.
it's 2 Dispel magics that need to be cast one after another per item.
Didn't she say she would have a way of doing that?
She can provide you guys the means because she needs to cast the spell. Someone else needs to use the item.
I understand.
And they both coincide.
Right.
Hitting
So
one
if we
item.
have somebody else who can also cast the spell, we'll have 9 casts.
Could. Casts, but you need simultaneous casts is the issue.
Right. So we'll be...
Someone
5.
else needs to be able to cast the spell magic.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds
Jeez.
about right.
Okay. Let me get this right.
Yeah.
The person has 3 casts herself.
Yes.
She has an item she can give one of our spellcasters to cast 3 times.
Yeah, well, 1 item or 3 items, the capacity of doing it once before disappearing.
Right. In addition to that, we're also talking about getting a 3rd caster.
Could get a 3rd caster. And then you just need the means of casting the spell 3 more times again after
Right.
getting a
Why?
3rd caster.
Why?
It's a dome with the alarm spell layered over top. So if the
Why?
dome drops and alarm is still there, alarm goes off. So you need Dispel the spell to drop both at the same
yes,
time.
but I'm trying to figure out why you think we need another caster after this.
So we can get more items.
Because the item only used 3 times. She brings 3. Casts the
Right.
spell.
But that would give us the with the three castings, we would still be able to get 4 items. All you have to do is switch off pairs.
Do we know that it's a 3rd level spell version?
Switch off pairs.
Yeah. So Axanar and the person do it once. Then you have Axanar and the new lady. Then
I
you
don't
have the
have
new
the
lady
spell
and the
magic.
person. And then they each will have still 1 cast left over to do 1 thing, and we'll have wasted 1 spell slot that we won't be able to use, but that's fine.
We talk about a magic item for Axanar?
Yeah, we'll still be able to get 4 items.
Okay.
It's a math problem.
It's essentially just a dispelling stone, essentially, Chris.
Yeah, it's a Dispelling Stone.
Oh, so that's how I'm gonna cast it, because I'm looking through myself. I'm like, I don't have Dispel Magic.
No, you'll have something that can.
So I think what's happening is that you need 2 people to cast at the same time.
Yes, for the crowd.
And so
For all
she
items.
gives.
Oh, for all items. Okay.
Oh no, he may be right. If it's single
Oh.
items, you can get away with it.
Hmm.
You hand that single
Now,
item off to
if we
somebody.
do manage to get another person, that'll give us 6.
Just to double check, we're looking for people to use magic items, correct?
Magic spells or magic
Sort of.
items.
No, we're looking for somebody who has Dispel Magic.
I mean, hold on. I only have detect magic, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Same.
3rd level spell. I think that's
3rd
what
level
it is.
spell. Dispel.
If you want me to draw it out, Chris, I can, but
I
you
would-
trust me.
Actually,
I'm gonna
you
trust
like
you.
Dispel magic?
Okay.
It
So-
makes sense because they're individual items that can cast spell magic once.
And then gone.
So we can hand them. We don't have to give all 3 to one person. We can share
All right,
it.
math lesson. It's about permutations. Okay.
Good.
Little
Okay.
Each magic item can only cast once per person or once period?
We
Period.
have 3 of them, once period, but there's 3 items.
Period.
So you don't have to be stuck with that person casting the spell.
What the fuck was her name?
So if
Amalot.
Josh just got 3 more, he can give one person one of his 3 so that he can take an item that's not on our list of items that we're going to take with Amalot. Basically, or
Okay.
vice versa, we use one of the items that Amalot gave us to then give to a separate person to use with Josh, take a 3rd item.
Okay, and this is just to double check, because sorry, Amanda got home way earlier than expected. Not a bad reason, but I couldn't pay attention recently. Our plan is we're going in and we're trying to take 3 items, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
3, hopefully
What are-
more, by the sounds of it.
Hopefully more. Yeah, okay.
My beer fell over.
Well, go clean that up.
Clean that up, yeah.
I'll show you.
It's gonna get sticky. It's gonna be ants.
It made it into the trash
No one
can.
likes ants.
No one likes sticky.
I mean, that's like when I spilled a paint bottle onto my desk, and I was like, and Amanda's like, "What happened?" And I come in, and my hands are red, and she's like, "Oh my, paint."
He's not dying. He's not dying.
Paint,
Shaking.
paint.
Oh, the cops!
Call the cops.
So okay, we're gonna try and steal as much as we can. What are we doing with the guy? Are we gonna kill him? Are we gonna try and capture him? What are we doing? Have we decided yet?
Don't believe anyone's actually decided anything.
Great, cool. Next, how are we concealing our identity, or are we not?
We're bribing the guards to be out of
We
the way.
don't
is
really
my
need
plan.
to.
Well, I mean,
So no plan to conceal identity.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just getting rid of the guards.
Correct.
Guards have already been gotten rid of, technically. The money has been paid. Barmark Clan is going to make them look the other way.
Okay, got
I
it.
mean,
Cool. So we'll
I
wear
don't-
general masks over our face for general kind of
Basic.
anonymity. Okay. So then it's just how do we get? We just have to break the wall of forces around the items, collect the items, and leave. Okay.
Yeah,
Are we
I
collecting paintings?
We are collecting 1 painting guaranteed and 2 additional items if we get Viking's person.
Looks good.
Are we? So we're allowed to take 2 additional items?
Yes, one of
Yes.
them must go to. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good.
I cut off Chris. I cut off Chris. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, so the plan is 1 item is the crown.
Great.
1 is the Elysian Fields painting that specifically Amla requested. Amla's going to take another item because that was kind of the failed perception check. She's going to be taking it. According to the math, it looks like you guys can actually take another item with your contact from the Baramar clans. You can or cannot tell Amblot. That is entirely your decision, but you have actually managed to square away the potential to take another item.
Can I?
So squared away, that means we won't be chased and tried to be murdered for taking another item?
Unless the alarm
It
gets set
means
off.
we have the spell slots and
Okay.
organization to completely
Attempt
dispel
to
the
take-
item and alarm at the same time of 4 items total.
Got it. Okay. Do
We
we know
do-
the list of items that are available to take?
You
I was just
do.
about to ask, like, would any of us remember what the second most expensive item or the third most expensive
Well,
item?
sometimes I don't care about expensive. I care about useful.
So, I would say out of everyone, Ermine, because you went through the whole exhibit and you kind of pay attention to everything. Lots of, past statues and paintings were expensive. It's likely other fields like Infinite Horizons, so those paintings and whatnot could also be expensive. You do remember, however, seeing a bow.
That's me.
Oh,
Bow?
A bow, yes.
it's you?
Yeah, I saw the bow.
Oh,
Was it you?
Yeah.
I think it was
well,
one of
you
the
you
first
and I would
items.
both see it.
Okay.
You and I would have both seen it, so
Okay.
it's fine. I made a distinct point to say I walk across the entire exhibit casually. So it's both of us. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
everyone should
Long
have
bow,
seen
short
the
bow?
bow. It was a long bow. Everyone should have seen the bow
Everyone
because it
saw
was
the
right
bow.
next to the crown.
Yeah.
So
I
Got
saw
it.
the bow.
Yeah. Okay. Do I remember any information about the bow?
I just remember, like, anything that I saw from my homeland before it got fucked. It's like, this bow.
yes, you're right though. You are right. You specifically remember seeing it, called the Oath Bow of Sire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do I remember what it does?
Exact like magical makeup of it wasn't mentioned. Other than it's an ancient bow from like the Kingdom of Galifar era past. So
I will bring up to everyone. If no one has anything else, that is something I would be interested in stealing. Worst comes to worst, I'm okay with selling it if it is of no use to any of us.
Okay.
Totally
We
down
can,
for that, but yeah.
I do
We
want to
can,
double check with Valkyrie real quick because this is like once again her deal. Really, like I've organized this all, but are you cool with this?
Absolutely. As long as we're able to get the crown and come out of it, in some safe manner, I'm okay with it.
All right.
Found a new toy that doesn't see bad.
Somebody's found a new toy.
And I'm scared to know.
What the fuck? Is that
Yeah, I
Jason
heard.
in the background?
No, that was Stormer watching a video.
Oh.
I don't know what the hell happened.
that's weird.
That's weird.
Propane accessories.
Probably just an ad, right, Stormer? ...
No, it was literally a YouTube video short, and it was a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, that's a cool bike. I'm like, and then I hear that for some reason, as everyone else did.
Anyways,
Oh no! Did it
Nothing.
come through my headphones?
so quick math done, and squaring away some potential for
welcome.
extra loot. You can all take a long rest
Mm-hmm.
as you find rest either Within the halls of the Brass Circle Tavern, it wouldn't matter because I don't think. Sorry, 1 second. Beldash technically only would have been able to regain half your hit dice, but I believe you already have all your hit dice.
Yep.
So you're fine. You just did not really get a restful sleep, slumped over the bar counter, absolutely throttled. So,
Oh my god.
Kinked neck and everything.
yeah.
I'm going. Can I
Hangover.
remove the goggles of night from inventory? Who do I give them to? Give them to Axonar, right?
Yeah, you did.
Do you have those in your inventory?
Not yet.
Do that so I can delete these.
The goggles of night?
Yes.
Really wish there was a way to just send something to someone. Because this is like where we lose a lot of items in the
This is why I
campaign.
don't delete them unless I verify that they have them.
What are we looking
I
for?
have them.
Nothing.
All right.
They're just
Um,
giving the goggles of night over.
What you could do is get like a mount and just add it to your inventory. It's a separate inventory. It's not part of your weight, but now you can just put it all your ancillary stuff onto that mount's inventory.
Well, if it was in
Yeah,
person, I'd just
that
keep
works.
track of the party's inventory, but you know.
Like
Can't do
Snyder's,
that.
it still has his
So we're going to be
basket
doing this
of
tomorrow, correct?
all in there.
Tomorrow night.
Now it's the day because now you have
Tonight.
full rested.
Yes. So we're doing it
Tomorrow.
today.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow night.
Chris, just because I don't remember, how does the Tim's special work?
The what?
Tim's special.
Tim's special. I forgot. That is a meal that you can either have Tim make right now, or the ones you have in your inventories. Just remember those go bad in a week.
Yep, I have 2 in my inventory, so I need to use them.
Those, I believe, the temporary hit points last as long as temporary hit points normally do. The extra hit dice just get added to your pool for the
Great.
duration.
How much temp HP?
5 temp and 1 additional hit die. Good for one
Sounds good.
for the meal, not.
Got
Yeah.
it.
The individual buff is till your next long rest. When all
I'm gonna
that's
eat one.
reset.
Yeah, I
Same
will also
here.
eat one.
If you have it in your inventory, burn it. If you would like to buy one, Tim will gladly sell you one.
I do have an extra, which will only last me about a day, so.
I will be buying one. It's what? 5 silver?
Someone
Yeah,
want the one that of mine that is going to go bad
5 silver.
and not have to spend 5 silver.
If they want feathers.
One more time?
Do you want?
Anyone want the one that I have? So you don't
No.
have to spend money. I'm going to throw it away.
Thanos.
I'll take it.
I'm just
Right,
gonna-
Duncan, there you go.
All right.
There you go.
Would anyone else like one? I have one as well.
I have an extra one as well.
Start eating.
All right, fine. I guess I'll fucking share a
Who's-
meal with my fake wife. I guess. Fucking.
Me.
Holy share it.
Tim
So
Special.
who am I deleting my extra one? Is that what we're doing?
Oh,
No.
You're probably gonna have to delete all your Tim specials after the next long rest because they will all be expiring from the duration.
I'll take it.
Okay, I give it over to Belash.
Time to
Scarf it down.
smoke them while you got them.
I guess.
And this guy, we're doing the heist at night,
Sure.
right?
Correct.
They work for Warforge.
Yeah. Well, that was the heist is at night again, right? That's.
Yep.
All right. Before and actually, do you want to try to get some things, some hair dye? So I do want to use it to dye the hair.
Or some
Okay.
mask or something.
Get
I
a
can-
mask
I
hair
know.
dye.
I can make you a disguise kit real quick.
This guy's kit would count for everything needed to disguise yourself.
Hey, never mind then.
I guess
Works
it's
having
probably
a,
take an hour to do
yeah.
that.
Disguise, motherfucker.
I will make a disguise kit for an hour in the morning. So I guess.
Disguise kit. Are you proficient in disguises?
Me?
Thamos.
Tails.
You got.
He's a bard. He's proficient in everything.
No, but disguise kits. Yes, I actually am.
I'm
Perfect.
not.
Okay. What are you attempting to disguise yourself as? Just another tiefling?
Yeah, just another random tiefling, because
Okay.
I would try and dye the hair. I would dye the hair, even cut it, some of it, just to make sure not to have it make it look the same, and like try to paint the horns a different
Honestly,
color.
it's kind of hard to hide the horns and the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's painting his skin a different color, his horns, his hair's going black, he's cutting some of his hair. Just makes us look like an entirely different person for the night.
Roll a wisdom check with your proficiency bonus. Trying to hearken, remembering people you've seen, knowing kind of what works and what doesn't when you're trying to pass yourself off as someone else, and the little things you can do without going over.
I mean, wisdom plus proficiency bonus, right?
Yes.
So that would be 16.
16. Very good. It's less like trying to make your horns a different color entirely, and more you're just like making them look darker so that it's harder to like discern clear red compared to like a much darker shade that kind of can be muddled for black. You change your hair color, make your eyebrows look a little bit longer, like just enough of a facial shift so that it's hard to tell who you are without going overboard and threatening like the uncanny valley and looking just completely wrong. That's a pretty
Okay.
serviceable disguise.
As long as I show some horns to recognize, I am all happy.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Also, I would do this when the guy slippers is out of the fucking room.
Yeah. You don't just are doing your makeup while they're conked out on the bed. You do it in the morning, and you have to wait a while after you tell Feathers your plan to get the tools and everything.
Yep.
Anyone else want to do anything?
I'll see if I can finish that expanding pool.
Okay. Because it's a common magical item, I'll say because you have the rest of the day to work on it, you can finish it. No need to roll for or do this. I'll have to think about that more later. But for the common magical item, anyone else? No one else? Then we can
Actually,
yes,
I make another Dragon Bolt for myself.
could.
For myself, not for.
Yeah. Now that you're with the players, it would be more ideal if you start using the magical item stuff with the dragon shards and like everyone else.
Actually, it's not a magical item. It's actually not a magical item.
What's the dragon? Oh yeah, Dragon Bolt's the Alchemist Fire Plus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. In that case, do you have tinkering tool proficiency? Smithing
Yes.
tool?
Also, my class gets to change its proficiency on a daily basis.
Got it. Then just roll a
On my class, on my
intelligence
knowledge.
check with your proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
I've been forgetting to roll for my random potion for like the last 3 sessions.
I imagine it's something that probably when it comes up you can roll it just so you're not rolling too much.
Well, I've been forgetting to do it anyways. I don't remember it unless it actually becomes a thing.
Exactly.
This one is absolutely fucking amazing. Holy shit. Okay.
What did it roll it then?
I rolled
17.
I rolled a potion of flight.
Very nice. 17 is well enough to make an extra Dragon Bolt. If no one else, though, after your potion made, Dragon Bolt made, nothing else for anyone, then we will transition to night. Someone needs to cough up 75 gold pieces to get the sky carriage up. The Skyway.
That be me. I am very broken.
Oh, will not be you. Okay.
Nope,
Yeah,
I am
I'll
down to
take-
36 gold.
I will take care of it.
38.
That sounds nice.
Okay.
I wish I had that much gold.
I have taken care of it.
Yeah,
Don't
and
talk to me
that
about
was
gold.
I don't think that much either.
Board a sky carriage.
At least, though, Anthony, we know what gold is.
Wow.
I
Board a
have
sky
silver.
carriage. Towards nighttime, the old man is kind of asking a few questions as you take the sky coach out. Are you going to enjoy the night sky and a stroll along brilliance tonight?
That
yes,
sounds
it's
absolutely
exactly
lovely.
it is the best place to see the city. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll take you over to brilliance then. Slowly twists the sky carriage over.
Is that where we want to go?
Nope,
time
you
of
want to
night
go
is
to
it?
Azure. What
Is
type of
that the-
night?
What time of night? Sorry,
Time-
time.
It's probably like 9 to 10. It's pretty late, but Sharn's a city that never sleeps.
We won't have time to go
You,
there.
you'll have enough time. It was just
Okay.
your kindness has slightly delayed you as he takes you to the opposite end of the floating isle. Lets you off there, and you have to filter your way down south to Azure.
Out of character, this actually works in our favor because we got off in a different area. They won't be expecting it from,
You said it to the magic.
When someone looks at the records, you guys are slightly less suspicious.
Fair enough.
Slight-
that.
No, we weren't in the area at all.
You eventually arrive, unless there's anything anyone wants to do in Azure, you do arrive. Towards the park bench, you can see tiefling individual sits at the bench, but as some of you are more familiar that this individual is changing, has likely already altered their image, or it's random tiefling sitting on this bench, and the person you're looking for is nowhere to be in sight. Who knows?
Did we determine if we're gonna kill him or capture him?
Leander?
Yep.
Nope, still haven't determined.
We have not discussed it at all.
Well, as we're going up, I will start the casual conversation of talking about if we're gonna gut and kill him or capture him.
What would be
So,
the easiest?
kill.
It will be
Very
easiest.
easy. Very
It will
easy.
be
Especially with the fact that Chris, it's the clan that asks for us to do it as pool, so we don't have to worry about fallout from the decision.
What nets us the most money?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Killing him is the easiest, and all that is requested. No matter what, we technically need to kill him to complete our quest. The only reason we are looking to not kill him is due to he is a I don't know if I would say compatriot, but it will work for now, of Victor. So not killing him could give us some information about Victor and our true
could,
reason for being here. So
We could always get the information out of him until the penalty of death.
I
and then
mean, no
kill him
matter what,
anyways.
that's a good point. I'm not completely against that.
It is the French
Yeah.
way.
That is a motivator for many. Although I'm not sure if anyone will agree with that. Everyone will agree with that.
I agree completely.
I'm glad. The bigger thing is, do we have any way to capture him?
I do not think so.
Anyone? Does anyone have the
I have-
ability to stop people from moving? Make it so we could capture him? Maybe put
I have
something in silence, something to maybe deal with his hands and or vocal cords.
I do
The-
not.
the most
I do not. I know. I'm looking at. I'm thinking of the other character where I have hold person. I do not have hold person.
his name
I
is
have nothing.
The most I have is a spell that can. If I say something like hold, he will freeze, or sleep, he'll palsy for a few seconds, and that would be the best time to grab and jump him.
I mean,
I
are
have
you
an
talking
idea.
about suggestion or command?
Come on. That's the most I have.
You could grapple him in a pit, face down, so he can't teleport. Go away.
Well,
He's
just
I can
bit
provide the
with
pit.
this kill him.
I can provide the pit.
you can make a pit, and you want one of us to go into melee, grab him,
Someone who's
and put him
particularly
face
good at
down.
grappling.
Is
Someone who's
Belodash
strong.
coming with us? I can't remember.
I thought I wasn't allowed up there.
You have chosen not to go up there.
Well,
I
I just want to make sure. Have we decided he's not coming with us for the prison break?
My recommendation is to bring the full party.
I would
You want
agree with that
Belodash.
recommendation.
God.
Fine.
We'll-
how much
we'll
is it,
lend
Chris, for a pair of
Belodash,
pants? How much is it for a pair of pants and a bow tie
I'm
to
not
make
wearing-
him look
I'm
like
not wearing pants.
A kilt then.
You find a bow tie on the street walking over to the thing?
I give Belodash the bow tie, and I find a pair of pants. Belodash. I know you don't want to.
He might not take the pants off.
My friend, you need to wear this. We would like your assistance with the priest. Please. Please just wear the pants for tonight. As soon as we jump off the edge, you may remove the pants, you may remove the bow tie, and use them as an umbrella to fall. I'm sure you will get great joy from the action, and it will make you look very stylish.
Pants are on.
I appreciate it. Thank you, dearly. Feathers will assist you in a quest you may have in the future. Let's go.
Mind you, he has pants on, no shoes.
No shirt.
No
I'm
shirt.
aware.
No
Yep.
bow tie. Just want to make sure everyone
I'm
has
aware.
the mental image.
Yep, I'm aware. That would be enough. That he is you can tell he is there as a guard. He's there. He does
And he's
not
doing
talk.
his best to.
He's doing his best, and if a guard saw him, they'd be like, you know what? Every now and then, someone has to bring. Everyone has to work.
I mean, as you guys are kind of like having this discussion, walking over, you certainly do get like an odd look from a guard who tends to like, he's like 30 minutes from his shift going, and that is not the type of.
I will look at
like
I
your
look
whole
at the guard. I will bow, and I'll basically quietly whisper, "Everyone has to work. It's a temporary thing. We apologize."
already. Yeah.
DEI is a important matter in the city. I hope you
Is he
understand.
bothering you or mine?
No, not bothering. No, it's fine. It's fine. He's great. I'm sure the guard.
Okay.
Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem with my emotional support orc?
Yeah, that's. I was basically calling him special, and he's our special hire, who's a little special, and
Yeah,
it's
he is.
it's for political things. Okay, it makes us look better.
The guard is
flying over
gone.
his head.
We
The
get
special
discount.
bitch is flying over his head.
That's what I expected.
All I heard is I'm special.
Yeah.
It's that he's either the diversity hire or he's one of our emotional support orcs.
He brings diversity to the workflow.
So what was the plan ultimately? Did you decide you want to attempt this ramshackle way of capturing Leander?
No, I think we're deciding that Axar is definitely on board with just killing him.
I think we might have time to get him enough to like ask a question or two, but we're not keeping him, and we can't get him down from up here at all.
Yeah. So I mean, that is something to be said. I may be able to reach out to my group and get assistance if we have his head to get some information from him. So that is an option.
I see.
If we remove the head, we could use it later. I have done this in the past. I am not against it. I don't know how everyone feels about cutting off someone's head.
Was I there for your conversation with
I was about to say, different
My
characters.
people?
No, with the Vistani.
No,
Okay.
it was me and Beldash.
This sounds great to me then.
Okay.
That's a delicate issue to me.
So at this point, everyone, our plan is get the items, kill him as fast as possible. We can inform the mage before we go in that this is something we need to do, as well as the fact that we have permission to do it from his clan, which will probably make it go down smoother. From here, yeah, we should be fine. Anyone have anything they wish to bring up before we continue?
Do we need to tell Amalot that we're going to murder somebody today?
That is literally what I just said.
Right. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the.
No, no other mages that I would talk about.
Do we secure the person from back in or no?
Yes, who's
Okay.
not amongst you right now, but
They're aware of the meeting place.
still, yeah, he still should be.
Oh, he's on his way, I guess.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Right.
Has the driver of our ferry face changed at all based on our conversations in his little gondola?
You guys have more or less been walking down the street of Azure, or of down south of Brilliance down to Azure. He, if it was on the gondola, you would have felt like there's been a few major business dealings and the like in those sky coaches, and he's probably learned to tune out a lot for his own safety.
I just drive the sky carriage.
I mean, we
There's
could just-
Spirit up there. There's Spirit fucking driving the.
To be fair, I mean, we could just kill him and steal the sky carriage.
His old
We
man.
have proficiency with air vehicles.
That's not.
What do I have proficiency in? I do not have proficiency in any sort of vehicle. Okay.
I don't know if any class or background comes with proficiency in sky vehicles, but I do know, I'm pretty sure the proficiency does exist.
It does exist, and I know that soldier comes with land vehicles.
You know,
I have
Spelljam.
with land vehicles.
Yeah.
So if we crash land it, I can get proficiency with it.
Anyways.
Moving on.
A tiefling sits at the bench mentioned. They are reading a small book and appear indifferent to your arrival, or at least your approach. They've kind of glanced over and have turned back to the book for the time being.
At some point, I don't have the ability. Okay, never mind. I won't. I will not do what I was thinking about doing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just in case. 'Cause I'm-
Valkyrie goes and sits next. Is it what gender is this tiefling?
Appears female.
Female?
Yeah.
Valkyrie goes and sits next to this tiefling.
All right.
Beautiful night, is it not?
The individual kind of glances over. Yes.
I thought so too. What book are you reading?
Kind of like glances over the top. It's just a piece of novel about monster hunters.
You're into hunting monsters?
I mean, I'm into reading about it.
Oh, you don't actually like hunting them though?
No, I can't.
Why not?
What?
Well, like, what's exactly stopping you from going out and following to fight these monsters?
I don't want to die.
Don't die.
Watch the individual just like begins to
Don't die.
get up.
Listen here, motherfucker.
That is very very dark.
The individual
Also,
begins to like just slowly get up
So
and
fat.
glances over to the rest of the team, looks over towards Mamar, and gives a quick nod. By
Lady.
the way, you won't have any difficulties with guards in the area, and your compatriots over towards the front of the building.
Thank you.
She
Much
turns and
appreciated.
walks away.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't think she was our contact.
no, I highly
don't know how
doubt
we
that.
do without
Giving you
you.
that idea.
I will begin walking towards the front of the building.
Yeah.
Axonar
Oh,
follows.
Yeah. Also, Chris, did you see what I sent you?
Did not, but let me check.
Oh my gosh. Thamos is actually Victor, isn't it? He's been following it.
If Thamos is Victor, I'm murdering him.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill us in the Azure Hall.
You see towards the front of the building, now vacant of any guards or really personnel to stop people from entering the place. In the entry hall of Azure Gallery, you see two individuals. One no longer in disguise. Well, maybe in disguise. You were really never sure. Is Amalot. Wearing much more like casual street clothes instead of something fancy, trying to not really draw attention in the lower sections of town. And Elmarid, someone that only
Excuse me.
Mar would be able to recognize. If Stormer, you want to briefly describe Elmarid? Another one, the one
yeah,
shot
just kind of a
One of the legends of the
Younger
OG.
guy? yeah, kind of a handsome guy, as I might say. Short hair, but combed to the side. In a jacket that's sort of gray and white and red as it sleeves down. Now also on his shoulder. Kind of interested in what's going on, but also a little bit trepidatious. Recognize Mamar, doesn't recognize anyone else, but he's like, I've been called here early morning. That's what his disposition is like at the moment.
Oh, that's so much better.
Indeed.
No shield, but rather stout.
This should be everyone. Nope, we're missing one individual now.
We are? Oh, you're okay. I see. This is gonna be a whole thing.
You at least have
Okay,
access to the map, so you know where you're going.
Right. Is that the front door?
Yep, front door would have been opened. You would have just arrived through there. Actually, grab the token for Amlot. Should also just. Right. And Amlot kind of gives you a greeting and bows up. Well, quite surprised that you actually managed to get the guards away from here.
Seemed like it'd be easier.
Indeed, it would. Well, no time like now to get started. Might actually
Right,
be quite easy. Quickly goes over and shuts the door to the gallery. And you make your way around. It's very sparse security outside of the guards and the spells. People like
I will be
Hmm?
I will be attempting to look for traps or like a warning so along the way.
roll an investigation.
Oh, hey, Chris, is there a way to give me my 60-foot dark vision?
Yes, because you have your goggles now.
That was almost an actual 20. Instead, it was 12.
12.
Not bad.
Keep an eye out and start kind of examining, trying to see if there's any sort of traps, triggers that you might hit, spells or physical that, and you don't see anything yet.
It seems like they don't really have any alarms in the place.
I
See, but let's skew over towards this area.
Listen. Well, no time like the present to get started.
What do you need
Indeed.
what do you need us to do?
Well, you three, if you will handle the item, you three will be casting spells to disable the protections and the alarms.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Call from my mom. What did I miss?
We
You've
have
entered.
infiltrated the Azure exhibit.
The void.
Oh, we're already.
Yeah.
So we're in the museum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we? Okay. Just to double check, we did have that secret door we found.
The front door was wide open.
Okay, so we
Guard was
don't need to
not.
worry about the secret door at all.
No,
Right.
Didn't need to.
unless
We
exit.
cannot.
But
Well, it'd be a good place to hide the dead body.
true.
Well, I have a feeling that might be where we find the dead body.
We don't see him anywhere.
Is there an electric trap we didn't see?
I have
Why
a
is
feeling
that?
that might be where we find the soon-to-be dead body.
Who's dead?
What are you talking
We,
about?
we will be the other item that we talked about earlier, if you guys recall, was Leander, who does not leave this museum, apparently. According to our intel that we got,
Lee and
thanks to Amalot over here. So
He never-
he's probably somewhere in here with us. And given that we discovered that area that has never been used or searched, he probably is there. Or somewhere around there.
Makes sense to me.
Give me one moment.
Yes, I'm in.
Chris, I will, as we're walking around. Because we're in the, just double check. Sorry, guys. We are in the museum. We are getting ready to start getting stuff, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. First off, if we haven't yet, I will pull up a mask before we do that.
Go ahead, yeah. Do that.
Yep. Pull up mask, pull down hood, and I'll also burn one of my spells for detect magic. So I have that during the time.
Okay.
And Chris, you can let me know if I detect anything I wouldn't expect to detect.
All right. Yeah, you get I mean, from this initial burst out and trying to filter through your own allies, and the shields and barriers, multiple spell layers that block, there is a strong magical presence from the bow. There is a very strong magical presence from the crown.
Right.
Is there a particular order we wish to grab things?
Well, I would start with the main 2 items we're here for.
Correct.
And I'll gesture also to our magic compatriot.
Emelot gives her a nod. That would be the smartest. Let's just get the priorities and then the tertiaries.
Right. So
Are there a bunch of people nearby, or there's like no one here?
Empty.
let's go
Wow.
with the. I'm thinking let's go with the painting first, just as a trial run in case there's extra shit on the crowd.
I was going to recommend it first, so at the very
Okay.
least, I get what I came here for.
Right.
Fine.
Well, why don't you?
I would
Next.
look to Vackley. Let's give one check really quickly.
Will.
Yes.
I'm talking to you.
I'm giving you a glance to basically give one quick glance around. Just if anything that looks different from when we were here before. Chris, I will roll a perception check.
Roll a perception check. And Beladesh, it's your first time here.
14, not the
Yeah.
best.
Okay.
Rolled a 9 for a total of 14, not the best.
17.
Do we notice anything that looks wrong, looks new, looks damaging, killy, murdery, kind of, oh shit, that shouldn't be there, this could be a problem?
Just
No.
Beladesh.
Yeah. Beladesh is here. He wasn't here last time. But
This is all a problem.
looking across and around, like you take a small like lap around the gallery section, being very careful where you step and trying to see. You don't notice anything. No traps, no additional guards that were on a private payroll, that weren't the city guard.
Way too easy.
It does. With my magic, if I'm running around really quickly with my detect magic, do I sense any other magical detection lines maybe from any of the items that I'm like, there's this weird, different kind of magic that's very small that's just kind of running away from somewhere like a string.
String. You don't notice that. The magic, I mean, like the walls are lined with the magic that keeps each individual item protected. But no, do keep in mind, like the spell does have like the limitation of not being able to see through large sections of stone or lead lining.
Yeah.
But yeah, you scan through. No additional security.
Is this expected to be this simple? I'll look to the mage.
Say again.
Is this expected to be this simple?
I thought avoiding the guards would be difficult, but I was not aware they were all town guards. I'm not the greatest fan of this feeling either, so let us just be quick.
We're all,
All right, yeah.
we're all together when you say this, right?
I think then we
Yeah,
may
yeah,
just
everyone
wish to do both at the same time. So we can just grab all three and go.
We can't do it at the
Obviously.
same time. We have to wait for each of them to be cast.
Mhm.
So we got like, at very least, it's gonna take us 18 seconds to get all 3 items. Well, 24 seconds to get all 4 items.
Under a minute though, so that is still
Yeah, we
pretty
could do all three
Oh.
at the same time.
So
I think-
Gone in 60
yeah.
seconds, Eberron edition.
Pretty
So
much, yeah.
Yes.
while most of the casts are actually going to be fairly instant in terms of
Just like-
skill, the only one that is going to require a roll is going to be the one that involves Elmreed. Because you would be out of magical items that can cast or that can dispel at 5th level.
Okay. This is a
Okay.
skill check, correct?
Be a skill check.
Elmore
Out
will
of-
be having to do that twice.
Just to know, do we have a bard, cough cough, or
Yeah,
someone who can cast guidance, cough cough, who could assist people on skill checks?
And
You guys hear
Cough,
that? I don't
cough.
quite hear this. This is
Can we
weird.
have
Yeah.
Hearing
can we
voices.
have Elmarie do that on the 2 bonus items and not the 2 main ones?
Yeah, sure.
and while he does, I'm
well,
gonna cast inspiration.
you have 3 of the coins,
To
Right.
so 3 of the big things should be covered, and then the alarms, because they're first levels, can always be dispelled.
Oh well, then we
Uh,
don't need to cast. Well, then we don't need to
to
Roll.
quote
roll
my
for it at all.
favorite peon, me not that kind of orc.
I think
I don't
think
For
have
the
my
fourth
class,
item?
it doesn't work.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
have
would-
3 items.
Oh, only 3? You're only going for 3?
We have the
We're
map,
going for 4.
the
Going for 4.
helmet,
Going for 4.
and the
Yeah.
bow.
And an
Oh, we have
additional
one
one for
For
Amalot.
Hamlock.
Oh, okay. Well, that one we can roll on.
Well, we don't need to roll on any of them. We're gonna have
Disable
we
general
will be able
alarm.
to cover all of the primaries which require the 5th level with a 5th level, and then
Yeah.
2 alarms can be dispelled with Elmarie.
Okay, so
Yes.
just to double check, just so we can run, we've got Elmarie who can. We have got 3 coins
Correct.
to grab the 3 main items.
Pronounced
Emery
like
can
Elmrid.
use- Doesn't matter. Emery.
Elmrid. Elmrid.
Elmrid. Elmrid.
Elmarie.
Is it a guy or a girl?
Guy.
Elmrid. Thank you. Elmrid, we have 3 coins and then 2 spells. We're good.
I'm not,
Just here to help.
and
Correct.
they would need to.
Work a lot smoothly.
I
so,
was
yeah.
gonna give the coins to Axadar.
Yes.
We're not going to use the coin.
We are gonna use the coins, but the coins can cast at 5th level, so there's be cast at 5th level through Axadar.
Okay, got it. So we can spread up the coins. We'll throw it on all 3 of the main items, and Elmrid can grab their 4th item, 2 spells, do that in under a minute, and be good to go. Everyone sound good? Everyone happy?
I thought we were doing the bow for you.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
We got 4 items. Bow, crown.
Bow, crown, painting they want, and she can take whatever.
And send it. Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah.
got it. Okay,
And
so
we
Chris,
shouldn't have
do we
to
need to
roll.
roll it all?
So I'm gonna need to explain where you're getting the final 5th level spell for the spell.
Because you said you have 3 from Amalot,
Yes,
the 3 coins from Amalot.
3, just the 3 from. So Amlock can cast, but not at 5th level.
Oh, okay, that's different.
That's what I thought. Okay. So Amalot then will cast it, and Amalot will need to roll. That means someone will need to roll.
Yep.
So could anyone who could help Amalot with the roll, please help Amalot. And then
I
we'll
will.
just run it.
Yeah, I will cast. I will give them inspiration for the roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone have the ability for guidance?
What's your D8 or D6?
Inch.
I think you're a D6.
I can rub their shoulders.
Don't do that.
Three.
We can have an additional
Okay.
attempt at it. We have an additional spell slot. We can just take 2 cracks at it as well
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
It is a D6, Chris.
Got it.
let us know, Chris, if we make it on the first try.
Well, you make it on the first try because I rolled a natural 20 on it.
Woo!
So one time.
So that means they still have a D6 inspiration if they need it for something.
Yeah.
Next minute.
They wouldn't have used it.
See if
There was
they-
no reason to use it.
You, over the course of a minute, very quickly, with a sense of unease, begin to rapidly tap through everything in question. The Elysian Fields painting, as well as the other one, known as Infinite Horizons, are both taken by Amlot, who rolls them away and secures them very quickly into 2 containers for the tyrants. It seems quite pleased to have made that. Meanwhile, you drop the shield and barrier around the crown itself, like crown of Galifar, or that's crown of Sire.
Before we touch either of them, I do want to make sure there are no additional magical traps with detect magic.
There is not.
Okay.
Valkyrie?
Yeah.
I was gonna have Valkyrie grab it myself.
I'm gonna grab the bow.
Oh, the bow. Valkyrie, you want to grab the crown?
Yes.
Kind of take the crown and you've never like handled anything like this before, and you find yourself instantly drawn to the centerpiece of the crown, which itself is like this large gem that's like sits oblong like this on the center of the crown at like a somewhat of an angle. I feel there's something more to this right now as you're kind of holding it. Probably now's not the time to investigate because people are trying to move really fast, but there's more to the crown that's meeting your initial eye, and you're almost being kind of like pulled to notice something about it. Likely from a little spiritual help that's, stowed.
Everyone, we have everything. The only thing left to do at this point is find and measure our man, take his head and eye, and we go.
Right.
Right.
Thank you two very much. You're welcome to help us, but you don't have to. It wasn't a part of the deal.
You said that really carefully. You said that really nonchalantly. Yes, you did.
I did. There are many things I have done that I do not wish to share. We will continue.
Elmred says goodbye to Zaphael. And Elmred, kind of a quick bow. You're part of the job
So glad
done.
I could help make sure this went smoothly. And take what I saw over there.
We can barely hear you, bro.
Yeah. You're very quiet.
Mom.
Elmred.
Oh, that's true too. Okay.
And then you do grab the oath bow itself. This like golden ornate bow that it's just leagues different from the bow that you have strapped over your shoulder. It's like soldier, like very simple, probably recurve bow, but made of wood versus this.
I will
ornate.
take the 5
Flexible.
seconds to wrap it in just a standard bandage that I keep on me, so that it's a little less noticeable.
Yeah, it's certainly a vibe the way you've like secured it now. But you quickly throw it over as well. The 2 bows.
Here's the
now.
question: is it currently strung?
It is currently strong.
Oh, it's the wrong way to store a bow.
Magical. It doesn't fucking
Magical.
matter.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Was
you
it
are right,
high up?
Spirit. You should not keep a bow strung if it's not going to be used. But it is magic, and technically
Magic
they can't,
don't give a
they
fuck.
don't. Magic can't wear away.
Why would they leave it up there? It's so high strung.
Okay, shut up.
I
Okay.
like this guy.
Alrighty, everyone.
I think we are good here.
Best
Let's find
$800
out.
Let's
Move
find
on.
our target and
I want to read.
I will give a once over, Chris, to see if I can find any other secret doors with the detect magic. Because it's been like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's you guys have been working very quick in this, and there's a certain like nervousness in Amelot's gestures as start like taking everything. Suddenly, kind of realizing the gravity as you guys take the bow, the crown. 2 paintings are gone here. This place is not. It's going to be pretty abuzz when the workers come in the morning to find this exhibit has been ransacked.
Yeah. The whole. If I can, as we're doing this, I want to kind of like take a listen around if I hear anyone else aside from
Roll perception.
the ones who came in, because I do not, without how easy it is, I don't fucking trust it. One goddamn bit. 17 plus 19.
19. Don't hear anything.
Oh. David kind of looks around and goes, well, still seems to be just us, not hearing anyone else.
You don't notice any other sparks of magic. Actually, would you? Let me quickly double check.
I would like to head outside real quick and just double check that there's nobody in the area.
All right. You kind of peek open the door, or are you peeking through a window?
I would like to also eventually head out to the window that we marked out earlier that enters the room that we talked about, the unopened one or the unused one. So,
So
ideally,
you're leaving out the unused room.
yeah, ideally I'm just like leaving and making like seeing if there's anybody there, and then like being sneaky about it and trying not to get spotted if there is anybody there.
Okay. So you're going to the unused room, right? Okay. Hand on door and it's locked.
Right. Did I lock it when we left?
It.
We locked it.
We did.
I tried to lock it. Did I succeed?
You did, I think.
I don't think I did. We went in the window and locked it and went back out the window.
Yeah.
Can I go outside and look and take a look at the window?
Yeah.
And make sure there's nobody outside?
Sure. You I'll drag your token around.
I have not been looking at the map at all.
Okay. Just sort of visual storytelling of it. Yeah, you very briefly kind of like peek and look in. You're trying to like discern what's around. Can you roll a perception check?
Oh god. 2.
Looks like how you left it.
Right. Is anybody else out here with me?
Anyone else join Feathers as they left?
I would join Feathers.
I would have walked past Feathers to see if I detect any magical doorways.
If I would have heard nothing, same with who was joining Feathers, because he does not feel comfortable with how easy this whole thing has been so far.
You begin making your ways around. And Ermine, as you pass by here, you suddenly pick up a hint of spellcraft underneath the desk.
Do I see it in the shape of a door, or do I just see it as like what? How do I detect it? What do I exactly?
You're kind of like it's mainly like the shimmer and the sensation of its presence.
I think you can determine what school of magic it is.
I can. But I can also like. Actually, that's a good question. Do I like detect it, or do I like? Is that like LiDAR? For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. So I can see an outline.
Okay. You see an
You
outline.
learn the school of magic, if any.
You see an outline that is not really a doorway, but it's almost like this lining of illusionary magic underneath the desk, and it stretches out and around the room until you're losing sight of it at the edges.
It doesn't look like a person, right?
No, it's like stretching the whole floor.
Illusion?
Illusionary magic, yes.
Do any of us have the ability to break magic?
We just got rid of the people that did.
Like that?
I mean, can I see through it? Because you can see
Um,
through illusions.
But you're noticing, yeah, once you recognize that something's an illusion, you're not noticing any change now that you're kind of like looking for an illusion. It's by looks of it, it's an illusion that is underneath floorboards.
Ah.
Okay. I'll see. I will gesture for everyone to come over to the door.
Okay.
I will, Chris, see if there are any loose floorboards.
Okay. You're looking through the window, so you're crawling through the window, or are you going
Yeah, I
back
was say,
around?
can I open the window and crawl through?
Yeah.
And this is in the locked room, right?
Yeah, it's the locked room. So
Alright.
you three pull in. Do you keep in mind you're kind of separated from the party at the moment? If you want to quickly say like someone went over to grab everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
Kinda look
I'll
down.
just unlock the door real quick with them. Well, hold on. There's a trap on the door, wasn't there?
I don't recall there being a trap on the door.
Then I'll just unlock the door for them real quick.
Doors unlocked.
While he does it, can I just look around the room so I see anything?
Oh, perception check. Meanwhile, somewhat Axonar will say, because you've been running around.
Yeah.
Axonar checks on you all, realizes that you're onto something, and grabs everyone else.
I got
Amelot,
14.
Bunny, come here. Come
Amelot,
here. Come.
however, to Valkyrie, Mamar, Beldash, Saphael, as you guys are kind of like furthering around and are like talking about maybe offing someone tonight, goes, that is my cue to leave. Good luck.
Working with you. Have fun in your endeavors, you know?
Gives a very quick wave and parts ways and kind of disappears beneath the shelves. Kind of lose track for now.
Not a fan of hunting MC.
Not their problem.
Well, you know, I mean, not everyone has the stomach for
Tyrants
casual
aren't
adele.
killers. Meanwhile, what was the investigation?
Is it investigation or perception?
It would be investigation because you're kind of
okay.
like digging through a room. Looking around is one thing, but you're now here getting your hands dirty.
That is a 12.
Okay. I'll say a 12, just because you're still looking for it, especially now that you know the floorboards and around the desk. You do see that a few of them slide away. You're unable to move all of them aside, but you can see like a staircase, a stone set staircase, and that thin line of illusion.
With my...
I was hiding the staircase.
Didn't seem to be hiding the staircase.
Huh?
It seemed a very manual thing to move its side.
If I was still in the room, I kind of looked at it like, found the staircase.
Do I believe that the illusion would be like an alarm?
I am still in the room, yes.
Alarms would not be an illusion spell, I believe.
Okay.
That's a abjuration spell, I think.
That makes sense. It's creating something. Abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration is.
Okay, so
alarms.
the illusion is. What am I getting that the illusion is of?
Do you step over to look?
Yes.
Doesn't seem to actually be an illusion of anything. Yeah, it doesn't be an illusion of anything.
then what do I think the purpose of the illusion was?
You want to just quickly roll an Arcana check?
I'm just gonna quickly roll an
Yeah, I
Arcana
would say, can I roll a card check too to see
Both
what
of
this
you.
is?
Both of you can.
Yeah.
19.
Damn it, I didn't mute it. Oh,
Oh, were you
I think
trying?
he beat
Oh, I'm
me.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, shush. Shush. You're getting a
Yeah,
wonderful little
I got a 14.
19, 14. Zafel, if you want to roll.
Man. If I can.
Have a
Chris,
little-
I'll wait till after.
17.
17.
Yes, 17. You're all kind of like speculating, kind of cautiously looking at it, and eventually, Ermine, you take a small piece of copper out just out of curiosity and send it towards the illusion, and it's like ding, ding. Silence.
It's a silence spell, so no one hears them go up and down. That makes sense. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Which also means if we can drag him into the silence, he can't cast spells.
Fedos, I believe he's down there.
Yeah.
Silence
Probably
is
on the other side of it.
I'm not quite familiar with the difficulty of the spell, but I believe it is something above what we can do. So I don't think worrying about getting him into this silence is the thing. It's about doing as much damage as quickly as possible, cutting off his head, and removing his eye and moving on.
How are we gonna remove his eye?
Because that's the
Do you have
requirement.
a
No less
knife?
questions. I'm cutting off his head. I don't think removing the eye is the big question.
Does he need an eye?
Is this by
Well,
the
ding.
stairs or is it in a separate room?
You're like, oh my god,
It's
we're gonna
in this
cut
room.
out his eye, and I'm like, we're cutting off his head. I don't think that's the weirdest part of the
Okay.
thing I'm talking about.
Yeah. So basically, some of these like wooden facades, you kind of push the planks aside, and it's like a whole mechanism of this, and you can kind of see it reveals a staircase that, as you found out, the whole mechanism is kind of hidden by silence, and any kind of moving of it or approaching up these stairs is dampened completely by the spell.
Alrighty, everyone. I do believe we should go quiet as we go down.
I-
I don't think we have a choice. There's a silence spell right there.
Well, what I mean is, let's get our order set up, and let's make sure we are going with intent, as more than likely our target is down here.
And most likely knows we are coming. Let's say
Maybe.
assume. Yeah.
Maybe not. We don't know.
You assume, but
Let's act with the intention that he does, and let's move to kill. Belodash, I would ask that you be in the front, and the rest of us can. I can't.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, the claw was so sharp. Oh, that hurt so badly. At least it wasn't on the nerve pain side.
I would say.
Oh, okay, that hurt. At least it wasn't
I
on this
I
side.
didn't
That
see
would have
what
hurt a
happened,
lot.
I
more.
wish I
Yeah.
could rewind it.
I got a rear talon into the shoulder meat.
Ow.
I knew what was gonna happen.
Well, she doesn't always. Sometimes she.
Laura always does. She can't fucking control herself.
I would say.
I really just
Belodash.
wish. I really just wish Laura was here to compare to Luna.
Yeah, Laura's
Your
like,
6-pound cat with my 20-pound cat.
Yeah, like when you were holding him,
That's literally my
it looked like just one giant body with a head.
Luna's 20 pounds. He's like 3 feet long, 20 pounds.
Yep, Laura is
7
6
inches
pounds.
long,
Yeah.
6 pounds.
I literally
Yeah.
have both of those cats in my room right now. I have a 6-pound
Yeah.
cat. I have a 20-pound cat, and they.
But Luna's not fat, though.
She's big.
Sure.
So is my
She's
cat.
just big.
Regardless,
Yeah.
Yeah, moving.
does everyone?
I would. If there were any question look at everyone, I would say those who are quicker on the draw for up close combat lead the way with Baldash lead it, and those who are more best further back stay behind. That way, get coverage.
No, everyone should come. We are
No, I know.
expecting-
He's talking about
Yeah.
order of
In the
battle.
order.
We are familiar with the order. We will fix it as we go down.
Understand?
Yeah. Are we going to continue here, guys? It's 9:10. Chris, are we going to continue down the stairs, or we're stopping? Let's
Just
figure out
about-
the order of operations. Got it.
Yeah, you're just about that.
Alrighty, everyone. Then let's figure out the order of operations for our next session.
Yes.
I'll see you
Who
next week.
is? How wide is it, Chris?
It is 10 feet.
Okay,
two
so it's
people
double
wide.
file.
Got it. What would we like our order to be? Chris, do you think you could? Never mind. You already did it.
I would say the two.
Alrighty,
tanky-
guys. Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 people. We have. There we go. Yeah. So I would be I am second row. To the left of me is first row. To the right of me is third and fourth row. Figure out where your replacements would be in there.
I would say the two tankiest people up at the front.
That's probably gonna be like Belodash and
Mar.
Lamar.
He is. Don't need the accent anymore. Here's another question: is Valkyrie going to be transformed or not? Do you plan to be transformed? Do you want to use your magic? We have a question.
Question.
I
What happened to your voice?
if I were to put myself in the mindset of Valkyrie, I don't know if I'd want to be flying down the cliff as a bear.
Well,
Be a bear.
More air jab.
yeah,
Okay.
Valkyrie could have transformed. Valkyrie could also be a spider. You don't know. Valkyrie has a lot of options, but here's the question:
That's
if you're
A giant spider.
Yeah.
well, if you're a giant spider, you take up 10 feet. You take up 4 squares.
I know.
So
Right.
you'd be the first person down for a bit. Do you want to do that, or do you want to stay in your human form?
I'll stay in human form for now. So we're just investigating.
Okay. I would ask then that Belodash and Mamar be first, followed by me and Valkyrie, followed by however anyone else wants to organize.
Chris, I want it noted that before we go down, I will be closing and locking both the window and door, like like every access to this room.
I
Chris
will.
is not paying attention to me.
He can hear
I
you.
will-
He has headphones on.
I'll be third.
So you'll be third in a row. So move your characters, please.
Okay.
To the left of me is in front. To the right of me is in back. Even with me as second playing.
I'm back.
Chris, I do want it noted.
Mhm.
Before we go down, I will be closing and locking all of the doors and windows.
Got it.
I don't think people know their left and their rights right now, so I'm a little worried.
Oh.
To the left of me is in front. To the right of me is in back.
It's 12:13. Just figure.
The
it out.
right of me. Fuck it, never mind. Okay.
I'm on the left. A lot tankier than Snyder was at this level. So
Fuck it. Valadash and Mamar and Belodash are down there in line. I'm just moving down to there.
Great, yeah. Feathers might want to swap with Valkyrie.
I hate it.
Okay. We'll move up one. There we go. Okay, so between
Open the door, Pokemon are
Feathers,
in the door.
Axanar, Zaphael, and Thamos, how do you four want to organize? Who's better range? What is everyone's skill sets for the most part?
Should we
I mean,
go
do you
with
have-
the double line formation,
Yeah.
or should we go with the modified box?
Well, here's the question. Thamos is a bard. Thamos can inspire people. We actually haven't heard anything about the new bard yet. So never mind that statement I was about to make. But you can inspire people. Do you want to be closer to the middle so you can give your inspirations?
Yep. How many supposed to be? Plus, I'm also more of a melee bard too.
Axanar's more of a healing kind of thing. Does Axar want to be in the back? So if we need heals, he can come forward. What do we want to do with that? How are we looking at things?
Our spellcasters should be in the middle,
Yeah.
protected.
Okay, then who's in the back?
I'm really
Valkyrie.
a multi-role. I can be back, or I'll be back. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm a multi-role. I can go forward if I have to. I can be back if I have to.
Okay, then Zaphael, you go in the back with feathers.
No, I'm
You have-
good. Farther forward.
I go in the back. We have one spot. We have the spot in the back.
Okay, I'm built for melee right now, so I'd rather
Well,
not.
we don't have any more melee room.
Get out of the way then.
Yeah.
No way.
Okay, great. Go the fuck in the back right spot. That's where we got you. Go in the back right spot. That's where we got you. Go there.
I mean, to
We'll
be
figure
fair,
it
I
out
think
more
he
as we go.
should be. I think he should replace you nearer to the front. But
I mean,
Yeah, our range
can't shoot
should
through
be
all of you.
towards the
Yeah,
back, should
I'm-
they not?
My bow
Yeah.
cannot shoot through all of you.
Will it count as half cover or 3/4 cover?
can
too?
by whatever.
Yeah.
You're having to shoot through Beladesh already.
Does this work?
I can take it.
Do people not want to do this? What are we doing? I don't have to make decisions. I'm making decisions because no one else is making a decision.
I'm going in the middle. That's where I am.
We'll go with
I mean,
we'll go with
I am-
this,
Great. Okay.
Here.
I'll just teleport.
this configuration. All right. You all form up and move down the silent and uncomfortable 20-foot staircase descent down.
Almost like I can hear it happening.
I actually can't hear it. Just
Boom, 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 boom.
before eventually the clatter of your boots hitting the stone can be heard again, as well as some new sounds that you weren't quite expecting. This very soft sound of rushing water. You can hear this stone grinding on stone, very methodical and slow, and a very gentle humming, as if almost like a chant. And that's where we'll end
That sounds
tonight's
great.
session.
Hmm.
Two things.
Yes.
Second. Two things. Number one, the bow you picked up is called the Oath Bow of Sire,
Ooh. Inventory.
so it will require attunement.
Damn it.
Shocking.
Bow of Sire. Equip.
Oh, the team requires.
So I can use it. I just can't attune to it. Does that? Oh my god. That's a paragraph.
Yes.
What can oh. I'm gonna have to read this to understand how the fuck this works.
What's the second?
Probably
Never mind. Chris, go ahead. I gotta figure this out.
Just say what it is, or keep going. Okay. Next is, as you have now gone through all of everything you really can of Shar, and you descend down into the Azure Gallery to hopefully find Leander and also acquiring the crown of Galifar. Everyone is allowed to level up to 5th level.
Yay!
Hey.
We should go heisting more.
Oh, that's the secret to leveling up.
That's right. That's what I've been telling you. That's why Mamar is so powerful.
He's gonna pay 800 gold every time.
Oh.
If
I've never had-
I was any other master class, I would get attacked twice, but I get that at fucking 6th level. God damn it.
Guys, hear me out. I never leveled up at all as a policeman. Now that I'm doing heist, I leveled up multiple times. Tell me something here. Something's telling me
You're
something.
in the wrong business.
I've been in the wrong profession for too long.
Oh.
Suck it, docent.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Really quickly. This says 1d8 plus 5 and 3d6. But in the description, it says 2d6.
That's probably just because
Law
of when I edited
enforcement
it.
hate this secret. Like,
Shouldn't
lo-
have
law-
that,
law
but I'll
enforcement
remove
hate it.
that.
Which shouldn't it have?
It shouldn't be 3, it should be 2,
Two.
which I've just changed.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure because I was like, something's wrong here.
That is just so you can roll the extra damage.
Lawmaker
It should not
stated
roll that
turn his
every
secret
time.
to instant leveling up.
It's so
How do
good to be
I
level 5
how do I
as a
make that
monk.
roll? Oh, I probably have to attune to it before I can do that.
Oh, what do I
that
get
is
for level
scary.
5?
I get extra
Here.
attack and fast movement.
I get extra
I
attack
get
and
Magical
stunning.
guidance.
While raging, I am resistant to everything.
So dumb.
Everything.
I don't know
get
how
to
to
deal
roll
with
the
extra
3d6.
Oh,
damage.
basically
Acid
awesome.
and fire.
That's
and...
actually really good.
Does that give me like 2 versions of the
Well,
weapons?
I'm gonna
I
end the
can roll?
stream.
If not, we'll
Okay.
figure it out. I'll edit the item if need be.
Yeah.
That was a very good find,
okay.
by the way, with that math and everything. Because the persuasion check was really going to be your only way to maybe get the oath, though.
Oh wow. The math of being able to grab it. Oh wow.
Yeah. Or just be
That's
ballsy
awesome.
and just fucking go for it.
No,
But-
probably wouldn't have done that.
I
It
will.
is a weapon of sire. I do care about, but
I
yeah,
can get
that's a
his
pretty
signature
good
stamp.
bow. Looking at it.
All right, for those that are watching, hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys next time. Also, check out the things in the bio for wonderful stuff and all that wonderful great stuff.
For people wondering, the oath bow basically is a
It's a bitchin' bow.
I'd
it's
imagine.
pretty good. It basically is it basically works like a mark on any person at all.
Holy shit! I got
And it
second
lasts
level
on them
spells.
for 7 days or until they die. If I attack the person, they gain no benefit from cover other than total cover. I
Damn.
suffer no disadvantage due to long range, which technically I already had no cover and long range. But if the attack hits, I do an extra 2d6 piercing damage.
Oh, sure.
And it's no action, no nothing. I can just say basically, kill this man, and it lasts for 7 days or until they die.
Yeah.
Just to double check, Chris, it says while your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attack rolls with all other weapons.
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean I can still attack other people? Am I allowed to change my sworn?
You can only change the sworn if they die or it's 7 days.
Oh shit.
So don't swear on someone that you don't think you're going to kill.
Yeah.
Bad in game.
Got it. But if I attack someone else with
Until
the
next
oath
time,
bow,
viewers.
I'm fine.